You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
You guys, hold on. It's big brain time.
Oh, I was slain by Thanos for the good of the universe.
Yep. The clear winner.
I want to drink right now.
I would let her sister's husband fuck me for $200,000.
So I have a joke answer and a real answer, and I'm going to give the joke answer first.
Yeah, she's murder, obviously.
All right, welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 388. I'm your host, as always, John Danger, joined by my co-hosts.
Matt, colloidal silver safety hag.
TJ, I have a confession, May.
And
Okay.
Spanky works.
Good effort. Good effort.
All right,
Good effort.
so I got this right here. What's that, guys?
That's a Cadbury
cream
egg.
Cadbury
Ooh.
caramel egg.
I love
Oh,
caramel eggs.
Oh,
so it's a not terrible one. Because
Or-
that cream shit's gross. Can we all agree on that?
No,
No,
those are great.
I have no taste, so I can't agree on most things that are gross.
It's Easter, boys.
Mukbang time.
I just want to clarify. I want to be absolutely clear about this. When I say I have no taste, so I can't agree when stuff is gross.
You're talking
the reason
about like
I don't
music
eat
and all
ass
the
is
stuff
not-
you post
it's
on
not
our
because of the
Discord.
taste.
And
Wait, can you go back to eating ass?
Yeah, I said the reason that I don't eat ass has nothing to do with the taste. It's just because I'm asexual. If I was not asexual, eating ass would be on like top of the list.
yeah. Well,
Jealous.
Well, you know, if you're a person who eats a lot of ass, you're safe from coronavirus.
yes, because you've
You
got
protect
that
your body.
monstrous immune system built up. Just eat all of the asses.
And also because of the Rona, I'm not going out shopping as much, so I'm getting Amazon to deliver me Whole Foods. So I've been eating better than ever. And, I've got
But
this
like
whole-
more expensive than ever as well.
well, yeah, but we're not going out to eat as often, so we're
That's
still
good.
saving money because we're only buying groceries. So I've got this Whole Foods organic ginger ale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna taste test it live on stream. The egg
Yeah,
is
so
good.
that's the 365 brand, and that's like any normal store would be like, this is our generic brand. It's 23 cents. But at Whole Foods, I'm betting that was like $3.
No, the 12 pack was only $5.99, $6. Oh, not too bad. 50 cents a can.
This 12-pack was $4.29.
$4.29.
9
Yeah.
cents over.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
This
this
six pack was $9.99.
Yeah, this this best choice store brand of grapefruit sparkling flavored sparkling water, I believe was $3, and it was a 12.
Okay. So yeah, you guys, how's let's get the Rona news out of the way, Matt.
It's Rona update time, and we go to our science reporter, John_Danger. John?
Yeah. There's
I got
still a lot of
numbers.
coronavirus going on.
And now
Yeah.
we go to our numbers guy, TJ May of May. TJ.
So this week, the world hit 100,000 deaths for COVID-19, and I think we've had if I remember correctly, U.S. has had their first 2,000 death day this week as well.
Yikes-a-rooney.
Here's the thing: 1 in 10 hospitalized middle-aged coronavirus patients don't survive, according to medical databases.
Now, John, I have a very important science question for you.
Yes,
Am I middle-aged?
I know, right? I'm 34. Does that count as middle-aged? No.
Okay.
Middle
good.
age is. Let me read. All right. Okay, here we go. Patients hospitalized due to COVID-19 by age, and this is among 6,500 patients in 43 states from this one health database. 21%, the highest proportion of hospitalizations are 55 to 64. If you are 20 to 44, 19%. So yeah, it's people under 19 are very low. I'm trying to see what they say for middle age here.
Those fucking millennials.
Middle age is 45 to 54. It looks like
Yes.
Suck it, nerds. I got 11 more years.
20 to 44. Yes, correct.
I got about 9.
Yeah.
I got
Okay, here we
18
go.
more years.
Mortality rate.
You could have a kid right now, and it will be old enough to vote by the time I'm middle aged. You fucking ancient bastards.
Yeah, so the
My
average
one
age.
kid will be old enough to vote in about 3 years.
Yeah, this is a boomer virus for sure. The average age of a patient hospitalized is 60 years old. Mortality rates rise sharply with age. 1% for those under 20, 4% from ages 20 to 44, 9%, so that's 1 in 10 basically, 45 to 54, and 13% 50. And the craziest is if you're above 85, it's 40%. So if you're old, you do not want to get this. This is why where everyone is saying, please limit travel. Please, don't go out, because if you are over the age of 65, this is very dangerous.
I saw a statistic also that was if they have to intubate you, you have a 20% chance of living.
Yeah, something like that too.
That's mostly because they have to be very choosy about who they intubate. So if you're getting intubated, you're pretty fucked already.
I'm super glad that my mom had her hospitalization 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she would have been fucked this week.
Yeah.
Because she needed to get intubated. She needed to be on a ventilator for non-COVID related stuff. And it was there. I think they ended up, she was on the vent for 2.5 days.
Yeah, so I went out grocery shopping on Friday and I wore a mask.
Nice.
And nobody else did, and they were looking at him like he was a fucking weirdo.
There was one other person with a mask that was about my age. All of the old people were not wearing masks.
That is different from what I've been seeing, and we're in the same city.
Yes, whereas when my wife went to the grocery store earlier today, because fucking Whole Foods didn't have any fucking hash browns, and they wanted to substitute the hash browns I had ordered with some fucking veggie hash that was like carrots and shit. And I was like, no, it's gonna be fucking potatoes. Yeah, I'm making hash browns, cheesy hash browns. Can't fucking make it with fucking
cheesy hash browns. So you're talking shreds, not patties.
Yes, Chris. I'm making shreds. I'm making a hash brown casserole for Easter tomorrow that I'm not going to my parents. So I also got a ham delivered from Whole Foods that I'm going to make. But no, my wife went to go pick up that today, and she said like 90% of the people in the store were wearing masks, but absolutely no one was social distancing in the store.
I'm going to talk directly to our viewer right now.
Or one viewer.
Yes.
Yeah, listen closely.
Jimmy McPherson.
Get up close.
Wearing a mask does not mean don't do social distancing too. You have to do both.
Yeah. The mask is really protecting other people from you. Is what the mask is.
There is some self-protection with it.
Yeah. But mostly the reason they went without masks is because the reason why this virus has gotten so crazy is they found that it's most transmissible prior to symptoms showing up.
Yep.
So people are just walking around thinking they're healthy. I haven't got a symptom. And then and they're spreading it around. And then all of a sudden they become sick and then they start isolating, but it's too late. They've already gotten a bunch of people.
Yeah. Which is crazy because the most paranoid places like nursing homes and stuff, they're doing temperature checks. And that doesn't do anything if you're asymptomatic.
Correct. Because you still can be, getting out. And I follow a bunch of I follow one YouTube personality, I guess. I don't know if you've heard of William Osman. He does
Dr. Osman.
And
from the
Dr.
Oprah
Oz.
show.
No, he does some engineering videos. He has a laser cutter and he just cuts random shit with it and just, I don't know. It's a he had a Roomba combat thing where he bought 8 different Roombas of weird,
I think
Chinese knockoffs and had them fight each other with swords. Anyway, but his live-in girlfriend started getting sick and she thought she had the cold and she got tested and she had corona and she was in her mid-20s and she said it was awful. She could barely breathe and it was terrible. And he was living with her and they didn't test him because they have a limited test, but they said through the fucking window in the cars, if she has it, you have it if you're living together. There's no way. And he didn't have any symptoms, asymptomatic all the way through the 14 days. So, there are people that will get it and they won't have symptoms. Mm-hmm. It's just a weird thing. And I did see a German study actually. Let me look this up. German study.
They call that der Study. Was that?
No,
Medians.
Yeah.
I can't speak German.
The German study, here it is. Preliminary German study shows the case fatality rate for COVID-19 is probably close to 0.4 because it was about 3.5 or 3.4 according to that. But of course, the reason why the case fatality rate for this is so high is because the only way that they will count someone as dying of COVID-19 is if they get tested positive, go to a hospital, die. There are people that have died in their homes, but then there's lots of people that just were like, oh, I got a little bit of a cold. I mean, you may have had a cold in February or early March and been like, I don't feel great for like a couple days, then better. That might have been COVID-19.
Yeah.
Like, because some people don't have strong symptoms.
Well, there's some studies that suggest that it might have been working its way through California as early as like November, December, and possibly that's why California's numbers are showing up so much lower than expected.
Yeah, so the German study was a case cluster study where they took the I forget this reason.com article doesn't give me the exact numbers, but they took let's just say so they went to a city in Germany and they tested about 80% of the population for the antibodies to indicate whether or not they've had the coronavirus infection. And they found out about 15% of the population was infected. So there were a lot of people that were infected that didn't go into the hospital, basically. Yep. So there's probably a lot of people that have had this. And that's the thing too, like, I think people get scared and I have anxiety and I worry about stuff. But like when you see the studies like, oh, this 22-year-old died of coronavirus, all that is the needle in the haystack rarity. Okay. Mm-hmm. Like likely you're not going to die of this if you're under 55. You know what I mean? Like if you're older than that, it's really dangerous. So that's why everybody should be staying home at least until the summer when likely there will be some seasonality affecting the infectiveness. The R0 will probably go down maybe a half a point or a point, and it'll be not quite as spreadable, and we can have better testing, and contact tracing. I saw Google was going to be having a free phone app that you can download, and I think Apple is going to do one as well that will use your phone's location data if you opt in, and you can look to see where you've traveled if you went to some place where somebody who was infected was, basically. So that's kind of what China did, because they had a lot of tracking.
China.
South Korea did the same thing too.
Correct. And they found that to be super effective. So the idea is basically, oh, hey, you were in the same store as this person who later got symptoms in that. You should probably stay home for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Or if you want to be tracked, you can just download the FBI fitness app and stay in shape during this quarantine.
It's really tough for me to get balanced news about this because 2 rooms over from where I'm at right now, my mom is always blasting Fox News, Republican.
More like faux news.
Actually, I would be interesting to know what like the Fox News talking points are at this point.
It's basically just either reiterating what Trump is saying, including like when he took one of his Corona updates and started talking about taking care of immigrants of gangs and whatnot, and talking about the immigration issue from gang violence and how ICE needs to be kind of out there in full force.
How about we just combine give every ICE agent coronavirus as a test, and then we can study what happens to them.
No, but then they'll give it to all the in captivity families and children and shit.
All right, so just kill the ICE agents.
Yeah. There's Tucker talking about how every liberal is really a Chinese agent.
Okay,
I am. I don't know about all you guys, but I
yeah.
Oh yeah. They pay me monthly.
Why are all
weird because I have to
this when it's obvious that it's all China's fault? So they're
honestly
China.
It's weird because when you're a liberal, you have to make an income, and obviously you have to be on welfare because you can't work.
Yeah.
But
yes, I do that.
It's hard because you can only do like part-time work for either China or
George Soros, of course.
George Soros, sorry.
Yeah.
fucking Soros, because Soros only pays you to protest.
Right. And
Or-
you
or
can't
be-
gather anymore, so what other choice do we have to do? We had to go to
So
China.
Soros pays you for protesting and for crisis actor.
Mm.
But like if we can't be crisis actoring or protesting, we have to like dip into the Chinese secret agent stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll talk about how the issue with Wisconsin's voting the other day is the fact that vote by mail is just rife with fraud. You know, it's all about fraud, even though it's been effectively done in other places.
It's
and
not
they talk
because
about in detail how the
vote
fraud
by
will
mail
happen.
increases the voter base, and generally speaking, the wider the voter base is, the more liberal it is. It's not that.
I mean, at the end of the day, there was a huge task force after the 2016 election, trying to prove that there were 3 million fake votes in that election, and even though it was a Republican-headed task force, they found zero evidence.
The guy who led that task force was the governor of Kansas, which is next door to me.
Yeah.
Extremely Republican place, but he was so fucking bad.
Yeah,
that he lost his re-election.
Yeah, he was defeated by a Democrat
in Kansas, and y'all, that's
Kansas,
like
yes.
More like a demon rat, right, guys? Right?
Oh,
right.
Hey, they called it the National Socialist Workers Party, guys.
Oh yeah, Nazis. Same.
They're
thing
the
as
real
Brits.
Nazis.
At least on Tucker, he will do everything he can to, every time he says coronavirus, he's calling it the Wuhan coronavirus, because it's definitely out of there. Today's episode, I know I was trying not to listen, was talking about how, this virus came out of a Chinese lab now instead of from the open air markets.
Oh yeah, he's been pushing that conspiracy shit for a while. Tucker, man, get a job.
The Chinese just wanted to hurt the economy.
Yeah. You know what's great for China? Suppressing global trade.
Like I just want to talk, like, put on my like big business hat here and just talk about this. Like, people that are like,
you guys hold on, it's
like,
big brain time.
are way into big business and whatnot. Trade with China and open trade with China is incredibly lucrative for the U.S. companies. Like, so talking about like, let's fucking like not do stuff with China and they stop like trading with China is the worst thing if you're talking like hedge fund managers and like super like, like we're Reagan Republican people are like, no. They buy a lot of American shit. You know, and we buy a lot of Chinese shit for cheap.
No, we need to start. We want to proudly display that Made in America logo.
So,
again.
Back when I used to have a job, I was in purchasing for repair parts. And here's the thing: no matter where the company that you buy from is headquartered, their parts come from China. If like 50% come from China, 50% come from a mix of like Taiwan, India, Vietnam, and like other like Southeast Asian countries. But like, literally nothing's like made in America or made in Britain, or like there's all these famous audio brands that are like, this is a German brand. It's like, no, it's made in China. Come on, man.
Even if, I'm going to put this huge even if we decide to become an isolationist nation back like we were, pre-1920s, where we are trying to do as little as we can, little exports, little imports, try to be as isolationist as possible. And we do it and we start getting, because we do have metals we can extract, we have this and that.
And we do, like, if we were to do more manufacturing here, it would fucking help people here a lot.
Once we start going to the level of the amount of demand that our businesses, companies, and consumers have in the U.S., we're fucked. We can't produce that much. We cannot produce that much raw material for all the stuff that we do make and need here in the States.
The only 100%. Way that will get to like 100% American manufacturing for products is if it's done by robots. Like, You just
No,
can't
but you
pay
still run
people.
into-
You can't pay people cheap enough to do like what you can do in China.
You still run into the raw materials issue, though. You
There,
don't have
there
the
is
stuff
that. Yeah.
to make the stuff. The only way that we'll do it as the United States of America is if we, and I'm not advocating this, is if we militarily take over every other country in the world.
Yeah.
And we have a
No.
one-country world.
Better idea. Better
mean,
idea. Here's what we do.
That
We
would
wanna
seem
become-
completely unrealistic, except I've seen like the decisions our country has made in the past couple of years, and I don't know if that's completely off the table for them.
Here's what we do. We make all of our products out of old people, like Soylent Green style.
Yeah.
Then
There we go.
the
We got a lot of
demand
them
will go
laying
down.
around.
It's going to be like perfectly balanced. The old people are going to stop buying stuff the more we make out of them.
I do think that
Like the
I
human
could get
body's
one-
got iron in it. We can
Yeah.
extract that.
Yeah.
You know, we got all.
I
these
saw
things.
this documentary that said we can use them as batteries to like power our mainframe.
Yes. Yes.
I'm even better. I got this even better. I am old enough to be president this year.
Mm-hmm.
John, you will be?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Oh my God, you're right
Yes.
because we turned 35 this year.
yep.
So
I
am
could
I
be
going to
running
vote for
president in
TJ or
January.
John?
Anyway,
No, let's do May row 2020. Okay, I'll be vice.
So-
You're older.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you right now, you will never win an election, national election, with the last name Roe
Why?
because of abortion.
Oh,
Spelled differently.
Anyway,
That's interesting.
No, it's not.
I
Yeah, it is.
I-
It's ROE. I'm ROWE.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's fucking right. I'm British.
I am nearly certain that I could get 1% of the national vote with all this crap going on, running on running basically on a Thanos platform. Basically saying we will kill half of our citizens in order for all of us to be prosperous.
So you
All right,
say,
everybody-
you say Thanos platform, and I say eugenesis platform.
All right, go to the Thanos
no.
Snap website and see if you
But the thing is,
survive.
I won't have a specific criteria. It will be random.
It'll
We'll use
be
a spreadsheet and we'll pick
fun,
them randomly.
like, let's call it like a lottery. And if your name is picked out of the lottery, then you get...
All right,
money.
guys. No, here it is, guys. Go to right now. I'm going to turn on screen share.
Okay.
I'm going to show you my screen. This is an official result. Go to didthanoskill.me and it will give you a randomly 50% result.
So
were
if you go to
spared.
that again, if you refresh it, does it do another 50% chance, or does it
I'm sure
remember
it
who
does.
you
I'm
are?
gonna
Probably,
refresh.
yeah.
Oh, I was slain by Thanos for the good of the universe.
Yep. There,
I
I'm
was spared.
refreshing. Okay, Spanky's dead. TJ spared Matt.
What's the URL?
Oh
Did
my
Thanos
God.
kill.me?
Me. Okay. I was spared by Thanos. And I will not use
There's
this
more
freedom to
podcasts.
go pee.
Oh, Matt has to pee already. Spanky, so you were killed by Thanos for the good of the universe. But that's the idea. We'll just have that website. People go on there and like they can find out whether or not they are allowed to live.
Well, you don't want them knowing this, so you basically have to say, "Hey, you're in Group A," or "Hey, you're in Group B," and then we will, we won't tell them until we have to destroy them. I'm sorry, but it's for the better. I was. That reminds me, there was a tweet that I retweeted. I think this morning. Someone posted basically saying, with all this going on, tell me, retweet this and tell me what you did that caused this pandemic to happen. And for some people it's like, I was doing too well the past 3 months and, karma's hitting back. And I'm like, I honestly have publicly advocated for a plague for about the last decade. If we want to talk about economics, kill half of the world. It would make it better for everyone.
I say let's just
So
kill
I-
half of the billionaires and their
Oh.
money gets redistributed to
Kill
throughout
all
half.
of the billionaires, except for Soros, because he pays me for protesting and crisis acting.
Do you know the hell website, twitter.com, Jack Dorsey donated a bunch of money to coronavirus research?
That's cool. We should kill Jack Dorsey and give all of his money to coronavirus research.
I'm
wanna
sure
give
him
him-
donating to coronavirus research is like me donating a penny.
No. So, here's the thing. Jack Dorsey donated $1 billion of his $3 billion net worth. So he actually took a real chunk.
What a
of his
fucking
income.
pleb. What
Like, it's not like Bill Gates, like, I'm going to donate $500 million. That's like 0.0001% of your overall wealth. Like,
Yeah.
that's nothing, buddy. Put some real money behind this.
Yeah.
Although I don't want to brag on Bill Gates because he actually has done a lot of science
he's
research
completely,
for malaria
like-
and other things.
No, fuck Bill Gates. He's an asshole.
he is. He's completely rehabbed his image, right? Because like in the 90s,
Yeah.
everybody knew he was completely cutthroat and ruthless.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
ever since then, it's like, oh, you can you spend enough
I'm Bill
money.
Gates. I just wanted to let you all know that I've donated some money to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is trying to cure AIDS in Africa.
Guess what, Bill? There's still AIDS in Africa. You're wasting your fucking money.
So
There's another tweet I saw today. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go first, and then I have
Okay.
a fun Corona game we can play.
Cool.
There was another tweet I saw today that talked about Bernie and Biden's response to the question, what if we have a platform of let's kill all the rich people? And I know Bernie's response, because this wasn't really him saying it, is the meme. I appreciate your hesitation, though.
Yeah.
Biden Club 2020.
No, it's gonna be Biden Harris. Mark my words.
Want that fucking comb salad eating binder throwing lady to be vice president. I hate her so much.
Yeah, she's bad.
I like it's really interesting because the stories about her. I don't know if you heard the story about her, like with her aides, like and freaking out because she was in like a motorcade in the back. Yeah, Klobuchar. She was in a motorcade and one of her aides had brought her a salad, but they didn't bring a fork, and she was going to eat on the go. And she was like fucking calling him out and basically bitching him out, and then ate the salad with a comb that she had in her purse. And then she also like threw a binder at like someone. She's like well known for basically just physically assaulting and berating her staff, basically.
Really terrible.
Yep.
And like people, and they were trying to spin it like, oh, this is an attack because she's like a woman who works hard and drives hard and gets results. So like, no.
Yeah, right.
You're an asshole.
And
Anyone
people
that
don't like
treats
Carol
their
Baskin because she
subordinates like
didn't
that-
kill her husband. Come on.
Anyone that treats their subordinates like that, I'm like, there is no leadership position in my mind for that type of person because
It's
they're
like-
awful.
It's like someone that treats service workers like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh yeah,
That's the type of person she is.
dude.
Yeah.
Because you're not on my level, I'm not going to respect you, and that type of person is fucking bad.
Yeah.
Honestly, she's the exact kind of person that I hate because there's people who I work with that are like this, but it's like, here's this idea and here's what's workshop ways to do it. And she just like, hold the phone. We can't do that. That would require doing something. We have to do nothing.
It
Like,
is
just,
important
like,
to do nothing.
Yeah, like freak out and be like, no, you can't do anything. You can do nothing and we can do nothing. And I will be a pain in the ass the entire time fighting for the fact that we should do nothing. But don't even talk about doing anything.
What's this Corona game thing you're talking
Okay, so this is probably going to be mostly important information for you and Spanky, John. Alcohol.org released a study on what percentage of people are drinking by state while they're working from home.
Oh, no.
And I have a randomized. I made a randomized list of state names, so they're in
Okay.
random pairs. So we'll go down this list, and you'll guess who's higher until we get bored or we run out of shit.
Oh, this sounds good. All right, so you have one
But my
versus
higher
one. We have to
is
wait
still
which is more drinking at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So New Mexico or Delaware. New Mexico
Ooh, that's a good one.
or Delaware.
Delaware.
New
I'm
Mexico.
gonna say New Mexico.
Delaware is 15%. New Mexico is 20%. So that's a point for TJ and John.
I'm gonna write the scores down.
I think
Go
Spanky
ahead.
said New Mexico. Oh, wait, Spanky said Delaware, didn't he?
That's correct.
Okay.
All
I think
right.
he got it wrong because he sucks.
Vermont or Arizona? Vermont.
Arizona.
That's a very close pair there
Arizona.
for both states. But I'm going to switch to Vermont. I'm going to New England this time.
Spanky.
I'm gonna say Vermont.
31% of Vermonters are drinking alcohol at home during work hours. 39% of Arizonians
shit.
are drinking at home.
Arizonans are fucking
Dude,
alcoholics.
Arizona's the fucking trash hole. How do you
I
not
get
know
that.
this?
But
Yeah.
I imagine that Vermonters are fucking on their
I mean, yeah. I mean,
hard
Vermont, I've
outsider.
seen people out in fucking, cabins just drinking fucking whiskey and shit. But man, Arizona's a party state.
All right.
Go ahead.
Montana or Maryland?
Ooh,
Maryland.
Oh, come on. That's tough.
Montana.
Montana or Maryland?
I gotta go, man, because you got the rural Alkies, but then Maryland is like
Those goddamn elites. You know how they love their
Yeah.
wine.
I'm gonna go with
Montana.
Montana.
I've
Go with
been to
Montana.
Maryland. I'm going Maryland.
All right, Maryland. The Bay Staters are drinking alcohol at a rate of 29%. Montana, 42%.
Wait, this is numbers or it's like per capita?
It's
It's
per
percentage.
capita.
It's based on
That's
a
not fair for Montana. Montana has 9 people in it. That just means that
Exactly.
there's 3 people drinking.
That's the point.
Damn it.
All right, you got this going forward. It's right now TJ 2, John 3, Spanky 0.
Yeah.
All right, this one I think is going to be a hard one.
Okay, that's what you
Alaska
said.
or Nevada?
Oh,
Alaska.
Fuck. Fuck.
Wow.
Nevada.
I'm gonna say Alaska.
I already said Alaska.
I said Nevada, so I got my
Alaska's-
minority
okay.
opinion.
Alaska is 32%. Nevada, 40%.
I shouldn't. I should have went with my gut.
Don't go with Spanky. I can't win this.
TJ
Okay,
and I tied for 3. tied
you
for
might have an advantage on this round.
Okay.
It's Oregon or Missouri.
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 All of us are going. for Missouri.
Oregon has 26%. Missouri has 32%.
Yeah.
I am
We
one
all
of the
do that.
32%. That's how I know.
We all
That's
do
closer than I
that.
thought.
All right.
Next.
Rhode Island or New Hampshire?
Rhode Island.
Okay. Rhode Island is 60%. Holy shit.
I'm going to say I was going to go with New Hampshire, and I think I've already won, but I didn't get to say it in time, Max. You weren't listening for me.
Oh, no. I don't listen to you. New Hampshire is 50%.
Shit.
Rhode Island wins.
Rhode Island wins?
Yeah, so
Yep.
when I was looking at this beforehand, I thought 50% was the max, and I apparently missed Rhode Island. Fuck,
50%
guys.
in Rhode Island.
Here,
Shit.
yet the reason I picked Rhode Island is because the population is so low.
This
Yeah.
is what has gone wrong, is that you told me Spanky never wins, and I try and dodge him, and I lose points.
It's a meta game, you know. He's
Yep.
Uh-huh.
TJ is ahead with 5. I
Okay.
have 4. Spanky's got 2. Catching up.
Virginia or Indiana.
Ooh.
Virginia
Indiana.
or Indiana.
Indiana. Pence is making him drink.
Shitty Indy has 26%.
Wow.
Whoa.
Not too bad.
Virginians, 50%.
Wow.
We all got
So
that wrong.
The reason I went with Virginia was because Maryland
No, Spanky
lost.
got it right.
Oh,
Yeah,
Spanky
well,
got it right. Oh, Spanky, you're catching up. It's 5-4-3.
Yeah.
I got it right.
Yeah, you got it right. Virginia.
Okay.
Is that who I said?
Hawaii.
Yeah.
I'm drunk. I don't remember.
Yeah, well, John's
worry
in
about
charge of the score. It's fine.
I got the scores.
Hawaii or Mississippi?
Mississippi.
Oh, fuck.
Hawaii.
Fuck. Oh, that's tough. Been to Hawaii. I know their locale. Oh,
John, Mississippi. Spanky, Hawaii. TJ.
I will
Hawaii.
say for one of these states, I just saw the number and it blew my fucking mind.
I know
TJ,
what state
go.
it is.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. So John, Mississippi. TJ and Spanky, Hawaii. Go, man.
Actually, I find both of these numbers very surprising.
Distressing.
Not distressing, surprising. Mississippi,
Okay.
13%.
What? The South?
Hawaii, 67%.
Well, that was another one where like the population difference, like there's an advantage.
So So this is my defense for Mississippi. Those people don't have phones. They can't be surveyed in this.
Yeah.
They're not getting counted accurately.
No. Yeah, no. The reason that's big Southern Baptist area is Mississippi. They are, and Southern Baptists are the reason that.
So they lie about drinking.
Yeah. No. This is a real thing because liquor stores where I'm at have a Baptist entrance where you go in, only one person can be there at a time. There's only one parking spot behind the liquor store. So you park behind the liquor store so your car can't be seen from the road. You go in, there's a separate counter in there, and you ring a bell.
It's
they
separate
come in,
but equal.
Yeah, you ring a bell and they give you what you want, and there's an extra charge for using it. And you pay at that separate counter where no one else can be in the, so that way Southern Baptists don't have to be seen buying alcohol.
Wow.
That is fucking there's still speakeasies in Mississippi. And they're not the fun, quirky kind.
The score, TJ 6, Spanky, and John 4. This is why you're president, TJ. You're on top of this. You know the heart of America.
I feel like we're going to make it through this whole list. I think this is not slowed down enough.
This is fun. This is a fun game.
Michigan or Connecticut?
Connecticut.
Michigan.
All right, Michigan is 30%. Connecticut is 21%.
Oh! TJ
Bow, 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 bow.
I pulled ahead of Spanky. Spanky's caught up. Only 1 point behind me now. All right.
All right, we've got Maine and North Carolina. Fuck North Carolina.
That's tough, I think.
Maine.
I think I'm going Maine as well. It seems like a place where the only thing you can do is drink. So
15% of Mainers are drinking alcohol at home during working hours.
I'm saying it's like 60 for North Carolina.
30.
No.
Okay. Nobody gets a point for that one. We all didn't believe in Maine.
Kentucky or Massachusetts?
Oh,
Massachusetts,
man. Boston?
Yeah, but Kentucky bourbon,
I
whiskey,
know.
but Massachusetts.
Everyone's going Massachusetts. Matt?
Massachusetts is 29%.
Seems
That's
low.
unexpected.
Kentucky is 26%.
Ooh, close. But we all get a point.
Georgia or South Carolina? They are neighbors.
South Carolina.
Georgia.
I'm going to say South Carolina.
South Carolina has 28%. Georgia has 33%.
Oh,
Yes.
Spanky.
That's what it gets for being closer to Florida, baby.
Spanky and I think, are tied
That peach
again.
schnapps down there.
Yeah. How about this one? Nebraska or California? Nebraska.
That's tough.
California.
Because you think
is a
California.
wild card.
But really, Nebraska. I'm going Nebraska.
California.
I'm saying California. They're laid back. They're going to have
Honestly, the thing about San
beer.
Francisco is that they allow desk beers anyway because they make you work
they're
14-hour
drinking
days.
beers and work all day.
California is at 38%. Nebraska, 44%.
Oh, TJ!
Nebraska.
Heart of the
Jesus
nation.
Christ, Nebraska.
TJ 9, Spanky 6, John 6.
All right, here's
TJ
a couple of
pulling
places.
away.
Here's a couple of patches of nowhere. South Dakota and Iowa. South Dakota and Iowa.
South Dakota.
Give me a second.
I knew some welders that worked on pipelines there that I can believe.
I'm going to say South Dakota because you got you got like the fracking guys up there.
All right, South Dakota, 22%.
Okay.
Iowa, 47%.
Never
Damn
go
it.
TJ. That's the rule of this league.
I do have to
got
say,
10.
doing this quiz,
Spanky and I are both at 6. A clear
man, I
winner.
want a drink right now.
All right.
Needs a drink. I'm going to go get a drink too. I'm going to grab a
Are you?
beer. Let's take a
Are we?
quick break.
Are we at halftime now?
Yeah, halftime break.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 22 states left, so that's almost half.
We did more than half already.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh fuck, I haven't had this gin in a while.
It's
been
important to
a couple
remember
months.
that these are the phone respondents that admit to it.
Yeah. And specifically, it's drinking while working, like during work from home, not just drinking because they're at home.
Yeah.
I got myself a spotted cow.
Yeah, so it's not just the drinking; it is the drinking on the job.
Yeah. Drinking on the job and
At home.
admitting to it on the phone. A spotted cow.
I haven't done that. I know Spanky has. He talks about how he starts before the day is over.
Yes.
This would be good with the Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Yeah, you should have my Baja Blast and gin. New Amsterdam is really good cheap gin. Although pulling gin straight from the bottle is something I don't do.
No, because it tastes like a fucking pine tree. It's gross.
It's delicious, but you need to have it.
Feel it. It's really nasal.
All right.
It's floral. It's good for you.
Colorado, a state with legal weed, or Arkansas?
Arkansas.
I'm gonna say
Colorado.
All day long.
Colorado.
Arkansas.
Okay. 8% of Arkansans.
I'm from Arkansas,
That's
dude. I
gotta
know
be
this
the
answer.
lowest.
Colorado, 38%.
Oh my god.
That is a lot higher than I expected. I expected Colorado to be in the 17s.
We
That's
have
what I get for joining your ticket, TJ.
just so you know, we have now run out. We have now run out of states in the Ozarks that I've lived in, so my advantage is gone.
That's what I get for drinking now.
Honestly, this list is trending towards more, I think, liberal yuppie type states.
Yeah.
Or-
People
or
with a lot of
higher
existential
economics.
dread right now.
because you have a lot of people.
Here's the thing.
Drinking at home.
Here's the reason I knew Arkansas.
Well, because nobody in Arkansas is working from home.
No.
First off,
40% of Arkansas counties are dry counties. They do not allow the sale of alcohol in the entire county. And if you're at home and you can't go to the next county over, you're not going to have it.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I lived in Fulton County, Arkansas, and that was a dry county.
Okay, go ahead.
The gods of the random generator that I plugged all these state names into have blessed us with an immaculate pairing.
All right, Wisconsin.
Florida or Alabama.
Oh, fuck.
Let's
It's
see.
Florida.
It's Florida.
I'm Florida.
Now, Alabama is into the Southern Baptist bullshit, so it's going to be
But I
higher.
still have a few dry counties there.
It's hard to beat Florida. I feel.
Ooh,
But
this
there's
is
a
a
lot of old
squeaker.
people.
This is a close one.
I'm gonna say Alabama just because it's not Mississippi.
All right, so who said what?
TJ and I, Florida. Spanky
Okay.
said Alabama.
So Florida is 22%. Alabama
That's so low.
is 21%.
Oh,
Nice.
Florida.
All right.
Way to pull it out at the end, Florida.
We've got
Defending
Wyoming
our own honor.
and Washington.
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Washington.
and Washington.
I'm thinking of the population thing here.
Yeah, I'll say
There's
Washington.
like 20 people in Wyoming.
I'll say Washington just because I know Amazon is in Washington.
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Two
So we got
Wyomings,
two
one
Wyomings and Washington. 25% of Wyomingites are drinking alcohol at home.
Washington.
It could go either way.
30% of Washingtonians are drinking alcohol at home during working hours.
Those Libby, Seattle people fucking doing their Microsoft work from home drinking.
Yep, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, dude, there's Starbucks and Bailey's.
All right.
Oh, man. This one's closer than I would have expected to. New York
New
or
York.
West Virginia? Virginia.
That's like the Blue Ridge Mountains
Virginia.
moonshine.
West Virginia.
I'm saying the fucking Manhattanites are drinking Manhattans every day. So, John, New York, TJ, and Spanky, West Virginia.
West Virginia, 33%. New
Okay.
York, 38%.
Oh,
Holy fuck. And John, I think it's more Buffalo and Albany that.
Wait,
that
TJ,
tip the scale.
have you gotten any points lately, TJ? I feel like I've only been marking mine.
I have. Yeah.
Do you remember how many points you have, TJ?
No, but you should be catching up, if not already beating me.
I'm not already beating you, but you were.
He said
not,
Florida.
Oh, you were not Washington with me. Okay, yeah, Florida. I got that one. Okay, yeah. You and I got it wrong a couple times in a row. I was like, I haven't given TJ a point. No, TJ has 10. I have 7, and Spanky has 8.
Okay.
I had a bad. No, I have 8. Spanky and I are tied. Sorry,
Yeah,
I can't read
I was
my
gonna
notes.
say
8 to 10.
With that last one.
It's closing the gap. All right,
I was
let's
gonna say,
do
with
this.
that last one, me and you were tied.
Pennsylvania, where all of the American vampires live, or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
I'm gonna say Pennsylvania.
I'm gonna say the Yinzers in Pennsylvania.
I don't think the Quakers, though.
But
That's
they've
why I'm
got.
Minnesota.
The thing is all the population's in Philly and Pittsburgh, so I'm going off
Fair
those
enough.
people.
And I have seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So
Exactly.
38% of Pennsylvanians, 31% of Minnesotans.
Oh.
Nice.
Spanky and
Idaho.
John move up to 9.
And what's
Idaho.
TJ at?
10.
Drinking that potato vodka, or New Jersey, drinking that We're Not New York booze.
Fist pumping beers.
Jersey.
Idaho.
I'm saying Jersey. Idaho's like way too like fucking close to Utah.
35% of New Jerseyans are drinking. Idaho is 47%.
Oh, Idaho!
Holy fuck.
There was a brief pause there where I had to remember what Idaho was shaped like.
It's a ball sack.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We've got
TJ and Spanky tied at 10.
Fuck.
John 9.
all right, we've got North Dakota.
Okay.
We've got Utah.
It's North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Utah.
Utah's got too many Mormons.
Utah. I vote Utah. God damn it.
You can't even buy alcohol in Utah.
38.
I vote
They have
Utah.
tiny,
They have
tiny
special
shots.
beer that has less alcohol content.
They have
in
special
it.
shot
I
glass
vote
sizes.
Utah. I vote
38% of North Dakotans.
Called shot.
29% of Utahns.
Come on, Spanky. What are you doing here?
Utah. Come on, man.
It's important to note that these are only the people that admit to it, so all the Mormons aren't fucking admitting to it.
We are tied up 10 points apiece, folks.
All right, another home state
hold on.
advantage here.
TJ's got 11. TJ's got 11. He
Yeah,
said,
that's got that one.
Oh, you did get that one.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it. Sorry, I was
Also,
just counting
what was the
them.
percentages? Because I glitched out.
Utah 29, North Dakota 38.
Okay. Closer than I expected, though.
We've got another home state advantage coming up. We've got
So it's Wisconsin.
Illinois
Oh, that one.
or Tennessee.
Tennessee does have some dry
Illinois
counties, though.
or Tennessee.
Illinois.
I think I got to go with Illinois.
Yeah.
You got
we're
a
all
lot
on
of
the same
people
page. It's Illinois.
telecommuting to Chicago, all those corporations, they're drinking at home.
Illinois 23%.
Wow, that's
lower
low.
than expected.
Tennessee 33%.
Holy
Okay,
fuck.
we all get it wrong. The status quo continues, TJ.
Well,
It's
It was between Nashville and Chicago, and I was trying to math it, but obviously it was wrong.
Memphis.
All right,
That's
go
the
ahead.
problem. I forgot Memphis.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's important to note that Nashville are the people that memed our way into all of the bars closing because they all went on TikTok and posted their fucking hangouts at the bars. Louisiana or Ohio?
Ohio.
Louisiana.
I feel like everyone in Louisiana is dead from coronavirus. So they can't be drinking.
My gut was Louisiana, but I'm going to go with Spanky on this one with Ohio.
I'm gonna go with Louisiana so I can get tied for the lead here.
22% for Ohio. 26% for Louisiana.
Nice.
Woo! Mardi Gras. Okay, John and TJ tied at 11. Spanky 10.
All right, only
Still a
two more
close game.
matchups left, so it's getting
Oh
close.
God, anybody's game.
Kansas or Oklahoma. Another set of
Oklahoma.
neighbors.
Done.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
I got them both as neighbors.
It's okay. It's Oklahoma.
Kansas.
I'm gonna go Kansas.
And it's hard because there's a lot of casinos in Oklahoma, so
They're close too, though.
Kansas.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't know how that's going to work with people.
They're working from home.
I say Kansas.
They're playing internet blackjack.
Okay, TJ
Kansas.
Oklahoma. That's Kansas. Here we go.
Kansas is at 47%.
Holy fuck!
Oklahoma, 41%.
Oh, so Kansas
I knew it was going to be
takes
close.
it.
Yeah, those guys are all alkies,
And I have pulled into the lead by 1 point.
and me and DJ are tied at 11.
And we have
And
a home state advantage.
The
for this
final home state advantage, Texas or Wisconsin.
Oh, that is a
fuck, that
good
is a good
matchup. I don't know. You have Austin. You have those like people probably drinking from home there. You got just all of Texas, big state, very diverse.
A lot of fucking people.
Wisconsin's the drinking state.
I got to go with Texas on this one. I wouldn't be a true redneck if I didn't vote Texas here. So
I gotta go Wisconsin. I gotta go with the home state vote. I got
Okay,
it.
hang on. I can only tie if I get the right one.
I can't lose at this point.
And
I'll tie for first.
is this a bad time to mention that the loser of this contest will be put to death?
Yeah. Well, no, you have to
fine
go
with that.
lick a bunch of. You have to go into your grocery store and lick all of the items, and then get arrested by the
Yeah.
cops.
And then you have to hug every
John, what's the
old
score
person
again?
you love.
TJ with 11, Spanky with 11, John with 12.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the 3-way tie and go with Texas.
Okay.
I'm going home state advantage, Wisconsin, baby.
Texas, 22%.
Ooh, that's
It's
low,
low.
guys.
Wisconsin, 32%.
You drank it all. Surprisingly close game, 13, 11, 11. Very close. I just got the last couple Midwestern states right there.
Yeah.
I only got the states. The only ones I was confident about were Missouri, Arkansas, and Kansas.
Wisconsin.
After
You
the first
freaking-
half, I only got, I think, one in the second half.
I know. You really dried up there at the second half. You turned into Spanky. Spanky got all the southern ones right though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think
Yeah.
he did Alabama
Because
instead
he
of
had all that
Florida, which
inside
is-
info about the fucking blue laws and shit.
I lived
You got
in
the
Texas
Arkansas
for 2.5 years.
Yeah, the dry counties and shit, and the
And
That was
Texas
a
is
great-
like here, but
Great game, Matt. Thank you for bringing that.
oh, that was
also
nice.
Alabama and Florida were 1% different.
That's true. You're right. It was very
Yeah.
close. You were right. I underestimated Alabama.
Mhm.
Oh man. So,
Arkansas had the lowest of them though, with like 8%.
Can we talk about a Reddit ship?
Um,
I'm ready for mine.
Yeah.
You want to get ready for yours, TJ?
yeah. After we get done with these ships, I want to make my confession.
Yes. TJ's confession to, isn't that a R. Kelly song?
I think
Yeah.
it's a porn I saw.
Okay, let's move on. Speaking of a porn I saw, 25F, agreed to be a surrogate for my sister and her husband, late 30s, but I am regretting it now. For most of my life, my sister Alice has been wanting kids, but has been unable to carry a baby to full term, in part due to endometriosis. She was in a lot of pain and had to have a hysterectomy. So endometriosis is just a inflammation of the uterine lining. So some women have that. It's terrible. She just had to have her uterus removed. Alice and her husband Ben have fostered 5 children and adopted 2 children with autism and are great, great parents. They have a good home environment and are very financially well off. But recently, Ben, after a while, Alice was bitten with the urge to have a kid biologically related to them because they wanted a chance to, quote, do things right and, quote, provide the best start in their life. Their views, not mine. So they asked me to be their traditional surrogate and said if they would cover all the costs associated with it, they would also be paying off my student loan, renting a 2-bedroom apartment for 3 years, plus giving me a substantial amount of cash. I said, sure, it'll be 9 months of my life in exchange for being set up for quite some time. And my immediate family thinks it's a great idea. I mean, it's win-win. Your sister gets a baby, you're getting financial help. However, when I said sure, I was expecting something along the lines of IUI, where we go to the doctor, get Ben's sperm prepped, me get the fertility shots, basically the whole artificial insemination package. Page 2.
No.
But Alice and Ben have asked me to, get pregnant the traditional way. Their rationale is that 1, it is the cheapest way, although I thought they were financially well off. 2, they don't want to go to the hospital given the corona pandemic. Don't need to go into the hospital for all these visits. 3, they think babies conceived naturally are healthier / the pregnancy would be safer without all the chemicals. That I believe a yuppie couple were thinking.
Yeah.
But I just can't get over the extreme ick factor. And even if this is going to take place at home, I think a syringe would work just fine. Am I loony for thinking of going back on my word? Is the request reasonable? My immediate family doesn't see anything wrong with it. What? As in congratulating my sister on her impending baby. On the other hand, if I do give it up, I'm also mad. Am I also mad? Why are these all fucking British people in these? Am I also mad for passing up what is essentially $200,000, especially in this economy now? Me have sex with my boyfriend or my sister's husband in this economy? Edit, thank you. I see that I'm completely out of my depth here and will be discussing with my sister about alternatives that don't include me carrying the baby. Not looking forward to that discussion, though.
So your brother-in-law wants to hit that. Is what's happening.
Here, my takeaway is, yes, that's fucking weird that your family doesn't think that there's anything wrong with that. Yes, it's normal to not want to be into that. But the whole in this economy thing, I would let her sister's husband fuck me for $200,000. So, and I don't even know the guy, so I'm just saying, like,
it is tempting.
There's an update post as well, a page 3 update. So, so here's an update after a little time later. All the comments on my previous post showed me that I'm way too young, dumb, and ignorant with what I signed up with. I started researching an actual lived experiences, and I read so many horror stories that I decided not to go ahead with being involved in any way, shape, or form with helping them through kids. In fact, I'm not even sure if I want to get pregnant after all. The stories about 3rd and 4th degree tears, poop, miscarriages. I'm certainly not in the right stage of life / maturity to even consider doing something of this magnitude. Difficult part was mustering up the courage to call my sister and tell her my decision. I really look up to my sister and love her lots, and our family and religion has always been about helping each other out where we can. When I called to tell her, we had a short convo at first where it was basically, sorry, can't do it. It doesn't mean I don't love you any less. She seemed sad, but said she was happy to respect my decision and thought that was it. But then just last night, sister and brother-in-law called me back over Zoom. My sister was crying and begged me to reconsider, as both of them really wanted biological kids. Brother-in-law told me that they were really disappointed in me and hoped that I could find it within me to do this. When I told them my concerns, my brother-in-law just said, pregnancy and motherhood's a beautiful and natural process, and I was made for this. I'm so glad I did this over video call instead of in person, because I just hung up on them and faked having connection problems. And I've been ignoring their text so far, and frankly, I don't know what else there is to say. Anyway, thank you from the bottom of my heart for opening my eyes. I mean, yeah. But first thing I thought of was The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That brother-in-law just wants to fuck his wife's sister.
His younger sister. His 10 years younger
weird.
sister. Anyway, get another surrogate. Why does it? They could take her egg, his sperm, the sister's egg and sperm, and then get another surrogate. Although seriously, $200,000 to be pregnant. Come on, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
and you're helping your family out. But
I'm risking dying.
I would push for the in vitro though.
Yes.
We're not having sex. That's
or at least the turkey-based method.
Honestly, now that you've got them in the situation where they're desperate and whatever, now you can say, all right, I'll reconsider, but no sex.
In vitro, yeah.
Yes.
I'll reconsider, but we're doing it through the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I would say. So that was my Reddit shit. Thank you. TJ's got a good one that he wants to share.
TJ's got
this one. Wife.
Is this a confession or a Reddit ship?
No, he's got a Reddit ship. My wife sent this one to me.
I think I retweeted it. She grabbed it from me.
John's wife.
And then,
Thank you.
Borat,
and then I saw it
yeah.
elsewhere with discussion. It's hitting the rounds.
Dude, have you guys seen Borat? Dude, that guy, he says my wife. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
My wife.
My wife. So this is from r/relationship advice.
Okay.
My 23 male fiance, 23 female, won't let me upstairs in our semi-newly purchased home, and I'm starting to get really suspicious. We've had this house now for 8 weeks, and I haven't stepped foot upstairs once since we signed the papers. It's all very, very confusing.
Mhm.
So some backstory. Me and we'll call her Kelsey, have been together for 4 years now. Met my freshman year of college, her sophomore. So she's robbing the cradle. It's what happens. We have an extremely close and open relationship, and I tell her everything about my life and what's on my mind. Usually, I feel I get the same from her, but for lack of a better explanation, there are like trigger topics that Kelsey has always had that just shut her up to any conversation or openness, and just make her act completely weird and disjointed. Sometimes even defensive or aggressive. Okay. This is usually not a problem because it's typically stuff that doesn't really matter that much. But going upstairs in our home has become one of these topics, and I have no idea why or what's going on up there. I'm starting to smell a smell coming from upstairs too, but I'm not sure if I'm just imagining it because it's barely noticeable. When we got the place on day 1, she cutely declared, "The upstairs is mine," and we laughed about it. I tried to go up there, and she kept getting in my way, jokingly reminding me that she already claimed it. Eventually, I was done with her piss talking. With her piss taking.
Another British fucking person.
Another British one.
Fuck those goddamn Brits. Taking our jobs, taking our Reddit posts.
So I said, all right, the upstairs is yours, and quit for the day. A day or two later, I asked her what we are going to do with the rooms upstairs. That's where the windows face is mostly roof. And she said that it's none of my business. So obviously, I pushed a little farther, and she said, we're done with this conversation. She went upstairs, and by that point, I was uncomfortable following her up there, not having zero idea of what was going on. Well, having zero idea what was going on. He wrote it wrong. All right. My scrolling sucks on this thing. It's been nearly 2 months now, and I still haven't been back up there since we first visited the place. She takes big Amazon packages up there and never brings anything down. With quarantine, she's been spending sometimes half the day up there or more, and I honestly have no idea what happens in any of those rooms. My plan was to sneak into them after quarantine is over, but I'm like 95% sure she has cameras up there because she accidentally bought them with our shared Amazon and not her individual Amazon, which I'm assuming she has because whatever big packages she's ordering aren't on our joint one. I could tell she didn't mean to use our joint account because when I asked why she bought them, she seemed to be in shock and got all rigid, telling me they were for her mother. I feel there should be openness in marriage, and this whole thing is really freaking me out. The few times Kelsey has been calm about the topic, she's told me that I'm overreacting and that she's trying to do me a favor because whatever's up there would be really upsetting to me anyway.
That's not helpful.
But I keep telling her I don't mind because I'd rather know what it is and be upset because I'm already upset with the current situation, which is hardly addressed anymore. I feel like if I don't take this problem head on now, the upstairs will just be hers forever, and I'll always be left to wonder, which I'm not okay with. Guys, any advice at all would be really honestly appreciated because I'm at a complete loss now about how to navigate this situation. Thank you all. Too long didn't read. Bought a house with my fiance. She joked the first day that the upstairs was hers. Since then, she hasn't actually allowed me to go upstairs. It's been 2 months, and I have no idea what she does up there or why I'm not allowed to go or see the second floor.
So I have a joke answer and a real answer, and I'm going to give the joke answer first.
Yeah, she's murder, obviously.
No, I've seen American Horror Story season 1, and she has a child up there with extreme facial differences that she feeds fish heads and keeps chained to the wall. Now, here's the serious answer. Have you heard about this website, OnlyFans?
Yeah. My first thought is cam girl.
See, that wasn't my first thought until I read
Until the
that
cameras. I thought it was a joke suggestion until the cameras, and I was like, "Oh no, that's exactly what's happening."
So he talks about
this
the
hadn't
smell.
crossed my mind at all. This hadn't crossed my mind at all. So there's my asexual take on it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You both thought this house. How could she claim half of it? Maybe she's cooking meth. The Q responds, "She's not cooking meth." Question mark. How do you think? What do you think she's doing? Obviously, I don't know. Come on, but not that you're posting here in any sort of good faith. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What she's doing without overstepping bounds or hurting our marriage. So I posted here not to have people suggest my wife was making fucking meth, which I grew up around. I would be able to tell if that was the case. My thought here. This is 100% fake. Like, because let me pop the red flags here about this being fake. Darn it. Somebody on Reddit I'm on the actual Reddit for this, and somebody had put a good post talking about it being fake, and I want to find it. Can you on Reddit find like stuff you've upvoted?
Yeah, it's somewhere in your account history.
Check your profile.
Okay. He also said that the fuck, really? Can you find what you've upvoted? Thank you. And my upvoted is just showing threads, not comments. Can you do comments? No. Bueller. All right, I'm gonna go back. I'll find it. But like with a lot of these Reddit ships things, that there are a lot of
short story writers,
a lot of creative writing exercise. Let me just Google search or page search creative writing. Because there are some story plot holes in this, and I guess I'll have to wait for Matt to get back from peeing again. Because he left. Listeners don't know this, but he left. No, but okay, so the options are cam girl. Here's the other one. Grow operation. She's growing weed.
That's why I kind of half thought of that for a second, but
and it's not, but he said it's not detrimental to their like relationship or whatever, that's what she's trying to say.
No, so. She does say that he'll be upset when
he'll be upset, but it's not like she's cheating on him or something. I think maybe that's what she's trying to get across.
I don't know. It didn't say necessarily it wouldn't be detrimental to the relationship.
Matt's sitting down again. Here he goes.
Oh, I found it. John, I found the comment.
I've got it up already.
Okay.
Hey, Matt.
Yes.
How's your pee?
It was really good.
Okay. All right. So this is really before I get into the rebuttal of this. Sorry, talk about your pee again, please.
It was so good. You know, like when you see a truck show up to a house fire and they just like the first moment where they turn on the hose and it's just like this fucking glorious gush of, it's like that.
You been to a lot of house fires?
Only the ones I start.
Oh, okay.
So
it's the only way I can get off.
So I was trying to get a visual image of what you were describing. So I Google searched firemen gushing, and I found some videos that are not what you were describing.
That's actually what I was talking about.
So anyway, no, Matt, we brought this up while you were off peeing. Other options besides cam girl, grow operation.
I don't know. Is weed really that stigmatized?
Here's the reason why people are saying grow operation, because it's the whole floor. It's not just one room, because you don't need the whole floor to cam girl. You just have one room like locked off. Whereas if you're doing a grow operation, you might want to have multiple rooms. Basically.
There's that. But I feel like if you're going to do a grow operation, it's going to be in the basement, not the attic, because you want...
I don't know. Hydroponics, you could really do it wherever.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, those hydroponic lights give off a lot of IR radiation. So if the police are rolling up on your house with a flare camera, you want it in the basement so they can't see where you're growing.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for the tips, man. All right. But this is fake. This is a creative writing exercise, and I have there's a person on Reddit who really put out all of the problems with this story. Yeah, sorry. Before we get to that, we do have to read the follow up here as well. Some more comments to be made on the post. Here's another one. Just some background on this woman. She rarely talks about a lot of stuff from her mid-teenage years. I know she was pretty troubled at the time, and she and her mom didn't really get along. And I know that once she was 18, she didn't allow anyone in her room at all, because she specifically told me no one's been in my room for years when we were dating. I eventually saw in that room, and it looked totally normal, like an average 20-year-old's room. But I've never actually been in it myself either. There's a ton of things she won't really fully address. So honestly, it's hard to come up with ones that I think are significant. But she doesn't really talk about her dad, who's never been in the picture. Sometimes she'll refuse to talk about money if you're discussing it in the long term, like future savings, 401ks. And then just a bunch of small things like pets. Like she'll get really upset if I bring up someone's pet or, God forbid, express my interest in having a pet, even if a small one, which sucks because I used to have an awesome fish tank when I was a kid. But when my parents split, like hers, I had to get rid of it. And then I always look forward to redoing it once I got my own place.
No, that's wrong.
Not a huge deal.
Fish aren't pets.
Still,
they're a fucking chore.
It's mostly small examples, though, other than the couple I listed. Okay, so she has problems with pets and some family history in the back. Let's read this takedown from this Reddit user, SCCLBR. First, let's assume it's not real. If it's real, the advice of you have to discuss this today or go upstairs is the only sane thing to do. As a creative writing exercise, it's interesting, but the main character makes choices that defy any reality or otherwise ham-fisted immersion busters. Briefly, the premise is that there is a pair of 23-year-olds that have bought a multi-story house with multiple floors
where it
and
loses
rooms.
me. I didn't think about that.
But you must reveal a profession's location, family background first, or else the reader will just roll their eyes. So they should have thrown in, we're one of us is well off or something, so we could afford a house. The protagonist finds the smell of clean linen to be suspicious. So that was the smell. It smelled like clothing. Maybe. Oh, my wife had a good one for this. Sorry. She is knee deep in LuLaRoe. Like a MLM scheme. Yeah, so she's got fucking.
Oh, she is. I thought for a moment you were saying your wife was, and I was like, no, John, run.
No. She's completely like just $20K in debt in some mid-level marketing scheme thing. So I mean that's possible. So smell of clean linen. I think there was another post where he said that's what the smell was. It was not like a dead body smell.
Why would that be suspicious?
Well, he just said it's weird. Like it just is an odd smell. Anyway, so he finds the smell of clean linen to be suspicious, but would be able to identify the smell of meth cooking. Yeah. The red herring is too on the nose. The protagonist wants a pet, but what's this? The antagonist is against pets for any reason, even a pet fish, which OP loves, until the tragic divorce of his parents. Something nefarious must be going, involving chemicals that would poison something. She's unwilling to claim innocence soon. The protagonist cedes the entire second floor immediately upon moving in without discussion and cannot ask about it. That is so insane. It is unbelievable. And it goes on for 8 weeks. He cannot even go up the stairs, and he's afraid to break his wife's trust in all of this. Her trust, when he's trusting her with whatever the fuck's going on upstairs. Finally, we have to imagine Kelsey has her shit together. She's running something interesting upstairs and has her husband this locked up. He says, I suggest you rework your treatment to be 33-year-olds. Maybe have it be a room or the basement. Because those make more sense.
I love that he's just fucking giving creative writing.
I mean, it is crazy. If she would have said the basement, that would have been creepy. She's got her own thing in the basement.
Or the attic.
Yeah, or the attic.
Or the crawl space.
They also said
like an entire floor of a house makes no sense.
Unless giant OnlyFans account warehouse. She's installed an external staircase, and she has friends over that are only allowed to use that staircase and not the one inside of our house.
I mean, the OnlyFans or Camgirl account makes sense because the separate Amazon account. She's getting gifts.
And there's cameras.
And there's cameras.
So, if this is a creative writing exercise, do you think he was trying to hint at like an OnlyFans thing or like a meth cooking operation thing?
I got to give him credit here. as a creative writing exercise, even though there were some easily poked holes, especially the 23-year-olds buying houses is pretty insane in this economy. But especially because child of divorce, she had a tragic backstory. How do they have a lot of money? I mean, a house is expensive. Like, even people in their 30s have a hard time buying a house.
There is another comment that is totally karma conspiracy, which Reddit's upvotes give your account something called a karma. It's fake. It's just fake points that is on your account. So what better way to milk for karma than to make multiple posts? So this user, 7 Orange Files, posts, "Ooh, creative writing, what fun. Today, part 1, the setup. Next week, the mystery deepens. OP creeps upstairs, but everything is locked. Week after, the reveal. Mad relative, hoarding, satanic shrine, embalmed baby, meth lab. My guess is based on cameras is porn streaming studio. The weakness is that at no point during the search for a house, choosing the house, arranging funding, and all the weeks of legal delay while closing the deal, did this couple ever discuss how many rooms they needed or what they'd use them for. And that at 23, they apparently could afford a whole extra floor beyond what they're actually living in."
Honestly, this sounds to me like this was written by a 20-year-old. Because you're like, yeah, in 3 years I'll be out of college, and that's when you buy a house.
Yeah.
Like someone who has... Exactly, that's what I mean. It's like someone who has no fucking idea, like is 1 year into college and has no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Not until half the U.S. population is gone.
But I do like that person theorized that this is the beginning of like an augmented reality game where the story continues after this point.
It's like the safe on Reddit, which was an old story about they kept showing the safe but couldn't get in, this and that, and that went forever. Apparently, something must be really recently. There's a lot of comments talking about, "I will never jeopardize the beans." I don't know what story that was, but now I want to find it.
I don't know what that is either.
Apparently, it must have been a fake post about someone hoarding cans and cans and cans of beans. Or maybe, actually, it might have been dry beans. I don't know. But I will never jeopardize
So
beans.
I'm looking at...
Oh! I know the story.
I'm looking at this person's Reddit posting history, because this is not a throwaway account.
Yeah.
They posted a lot in NBA Reddit.
Did they post in creepypasta?
No. It's almost all just talking about... Sorry.
Please share with the rest of the class.
Sorry. Okay,
While he's still looking.
So he's posting a lot in Reddit, NBA, but a couple posts that have come up here. He did post. I mean, he seems like a pretty normal poster. Like, he's posting a lot of Reddits, mostly the NBA one. Here's a comment in r/Christianity. Listen, I hate Trump, but your point is nonsensical. His last approval rating polled on 48%. That's not very good. Okay, so he's just someone's having a political argument, whatever. 48% is too high, in my opinion, as well. But he talked about going to Warriors games. I've been to like 70s Golden State Warrior games. I swear the record must have been like 15 to 55 in those. Once the sky became fucked, I could no longer afford tickets. So you can't afford tickets to this game. Probably lives in the Bay Area. So buying a home with 2 stories in the Bay Area at 23
it's like $20 million.
Really impossible.
Unless he made an app and a venture capitalist bought it from him.
Now, here's the thing, though.
But then you would bring that up.
Get
You'd be like, I know it's weird that we can afford this, but I happen to be rich because of this swiper app that I made where you swipe left on people because swiping is fun.
Swiper, no swiping. Got it.
Honestly, though, you might actually, in the Bay Area, be able to buy a shitty house in Oakland because of the Raiders moving to Los Angeles.
I don't know. Oakland's pretty fucking gentrified now. Like, even the shitty apartments are pretty expensive there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at
what I'm saying is there's probably someone who lived in a shit neighborhood with a shit house who only stuck around because they were Raiders fans.
Yeah, and now they're in Vegas.
Yep.
hanging out in Reno.
I was gonna say they're probably not in Vegas. They're probably, if they're sticking in that shitty house to be Raiders fans, they're probably in like fucking Cherry, Nevada, or some crazy like 6 population whorehouse town.
Are there any other towns in Nevada other than
There are, and
Vegas
the
and
reason why
Reno?
is
Because I've heard about Vegas as the good one and Reno as the shitty one, but there must be other towns, right?
no, there's other towns. The reason why is because Las Vegas County, it is illegal to have prostitutes, but in every other county, it's legal to have prostitutes. So there's basically a town in every county that's just a whorehouse.
This account is 18 months old. 18 days old, sorry. March 18th it was created. And I will mention, TJ, if you refresh the Reddit page that you're on now.
Okay.
Is it deleted?
Oh, it isn't deleted. No, what happened here? Wait a minute. Something fishy's going on
I'm still here.
here.
Yeah. Something
fishy's going on here. Okay. Relationship advice is the Reddit.
That's what I said.
He posted this a day previous to that on the r/relationships, and it was deleted by the moderators.
Okay.
So he's posted this twice, and it was deleted once. There's comments about cam girl setup. He's got a comment in that one. One, we are close and open with each other about almost all topics. I can trust her in most things in life. That's what's most important to do. 2, it wasn't until we bought the house that I wasn't allowed upstairs. Obviously, I don't even think your comment was meant to be helpful. Like I said to another person, the reason I don't want to go upstairs is because I don't want to start our marriage off by breaking her trust. That's not a promising way to begin a life together. And the person comments, she's breaking your trust.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get that. Everyone's just saying cam girl in this thread as well.
I'm going to throw this out there.
Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. Go ahead.
It's just how with a lot of W's.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. This has got to be a shit post or an intro to a story coming up on r/no sleep. Think what you want, he comments. I'm just looking for a little help, man. It's exhausting. So he just is saying that. This has got to be a fake one because these comments are about the same. He commented the same thing here. She rarely talks about a lot of stuff from her mid-teenage years. It's word for word the same post. So,
yeah, that seems fake.
It's a shit post. Anyway, yeah, he says it's almost the same. Smells like old, like linens, like a pile of clothes. It's the same. So Spanky, I'm going through this previously deleted thread, and his comments on this are the exact same.
Yep, I heard.
Relationship advice. So something happened. Either did it get moved to this from there? Because his responses in the comments are
probably copied and pasted it.
Or did the Reddit ships people find this on?
No, it's probably just he probably just has like a bunch of pre-made responses that he's reusing.
Yeah. Anyways, it's probably bullshit, but it was a good creative writing instance because you think like, what the fuck is up there?
Yeah,
it could be anything.
And I like I like the idea that clean linen is a suspicious smell to him.
Well, I mean, like it smells like a clothing store, maybe. I don't know. Like,
well, yeah, but that's like one of the most popular Glade plug-in scents. Like, anyone that's tried to cover up the smell of cat shit knows that scent.
She's blasting the Glade plug-in scent to cover up what actually is going on.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, am I out of my ocean scent plug-in right now?
Okay, let's not worry about the ocean scent plug-in. Let's worry about TJ's confession time.
So, you guys might remember, I've talked about this in the past. I kind of have a problem. Got quite a big problem. So I may have mentioned multiple times, and Spanky will go ahead and at least vouch for me on this, that I sometimes maybe buy games I shouldn't. Especially like buying the same game over and over and over. And
I thought you were going to say that you had an OnlyFans account, TJ. I'm relieved.
Yeah, it's onlyfans.com/May of May
84 because that Korean lady got May of May already.
Anyway, so this past week, I had seen a comment. I think it was on Twitter that the Kingdom Hearts ports that are on the Xbox One, they've not made physical releases, it's just digital, and they decided to make them super, super expensive, back to their original price of $50 for the 1.5, 2.5, and $60 for the 2.8, were on dramatic sale. And even though I have 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 for PS4, and I have 1.5 and 2.5 for PS3, and I have the original 1 and 2, and I have the Rechain of Memories for PS2, and I have 358 Days Over 2 on the DS, and I have Recoded on the DS, and I have Dream Drop Distance on the DS, and Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Xbox One. I went ahead and this week bought the digital ports of 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8, and finally got the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Xbox One. So I own every US release of Kingdom Hearts on every system it's been released on, of every different number, except for Kingdom Hearts 3 on PS4. Ugh.
Wow.
Why?
Because you are a fan.
An only fan.
You wanted to be on Kyrie's OnlyFans account, and the only way to get access is to own every game.
I already have it.
Yeah. I don't think you can. Kyrie's probably underage, right?
Yes, 100%. Even in the third game, she's still like 14.
Okay, so what's appropriate? Like what Disney princesses are in this? So are the Disney princesses
the Frozen
underage?
one? Who's the Elsa?
Are they? Elsa's definitely got to be. She's the older sister, right?
I think Elsa's 16 though. Still.
Really? What about Maleficent?
I'm looking up ages of Disney princesses.
Just
so.
quick bang ages of Disney princesses. Don't, for the love of God, don't Google it. Don't Google it.
But is it creepy? Okay. Ariel specifically says, "I'm 16 years old. I'm not a child anymore."
Yeah. I think they try to keep them ageless as much. Jasmine's 18.
Yeah. I'm just going to go for Maleficent because I feel like that's a safe bet.
So here you go. They said Disney's actually changed a lot. So Snow White was 14. Mulan is 16. But they said, regardless, in the later projects, Elsa is 21. Tells her 18-year-old sister, "You can't marry a man you just met." And then like Moana, of course, is 16, but there's no romance in that because it is kind of creepy. Disney.
I don't know. She kind of loves to see. I say that.
It says Jasmine's 15 on this website.
15?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
no, 15-year-old can't own a tiger on this state.
Yeah, in Agrabah.
I've not seen Tiger King.
Ariel, Aurora, Merida, and Milan, 16. Belle, 17. That's creepy.
Yeah, and she had sex with that buffalo man.
Pocahontas, Rapunzel, 18. Cinderella, and Tiana, 19. That's what it says. Oh, they're giving the way why they're saying that. They say in Jasmine, they said her next birthday is her 16th, and she hasn't had it yet, and she wants to be married before then, so she's 15. Ariel specifically says she's 16.
I have to stop this
Aurora,
music. It's making me uncomfortable.
Aurora was cursed at birth by Maleficent to die before the sun set on her 16th birthday, so she's exactly 16. Merida's also 16 because that's brave. Mulan says the age a princess must be married off when she comes of age of 16. That's when they're trying to marry her by. Okay, the Belle one right here, it says there's widespread belief she's only 17. This could be due to the fact that she still lives with her father in the small village. That doesn't make sense to me. Beauty and the Beast chief animator stated that she was meant to be in her early 20s. Belle seems like she's in her 20s. Like, she's old.
Yeah.
Like, the idea is that hasn't gotten married yet. She's
Yeah.
old, kind of a spinster.
Because she's
so-
into books. What a fucking nerd.
I'd say 21. Pocahontas is 18.
She wasn't.
Well, I know.
No,
but
yeah,
in
the real
film-
Pocahontas was like 14 or something.
Well, it says the historians actually don't know her precise year of birth, so she was probably 14 though when she got
Probably
married.
14 or 15. John
Rapunzel.
Smith was more of a father figure to her. Anyway.
Rapunzel said she turned 18 on her birthday.
Did the
when she
real
was
Pocahontas have that really cute, like, raccoon friend?
Miko.
She probably ate him. I would.
16. Cinderella, they say she's 19, which explains why she's able to escape the clutches of her wicked stepmother because she wasn't too young for her mom to claim, you can't, take her away from me. And it says Tiana, she's a waitress in it. She's doing stuff, so she's definitely must be
Who is
old enough
Tiana?
to hold down a job.
Well, she's trying to own
She's
her
that
own
Princess
business,
and the
too.
Frog.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like the last animated Disney
I did
movie.
see that, but only once.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't as popular because they're all CG now. And that was the last non-CG one.
I mean, Vanellope von Schweetz was like 12, right?
Yeah, but she's not
Gotta
a
be.
princess.
She is. Vanellope von Schweetz is a princess.
I mean, literally, in the terms of the name, I guess, yes, she has to be. But
she's Princess Vanellope.
Belle is not 17. This is bullshit.
Is
is.
Princess Leia a Disney princess?
Yes.
She must have been like 19 or something, right?
Well, let's see.
19 or 20.
When was the Battle of let's see what her birth date was.
All I
'cause
know is
it's-
George Lucas told her that there's no bras in space. So
Yep, I remember that.
What
let's
about
see.
Esmeralda? What about that chick from fucking Hercules? Those
Well,
were the hot
that's-
ones. And those
that's
are the ones in their
Meg-
20s.
Oh, you're talking about the
Megara.
three fates. Yeah, man, those fucking primo shit.
Those old
Three
hags.
fights.
No,
with
but
Lucy's
Megara. Yes,
Meg.
Leia was born 19 years before the Battle of Yavin. So in the very first made Star Wars movie, 1977, she was depicted as a 19-year-old person. I do not
Which
know how
means Luke
old
is
Carrie
19.
Fisher was. Yeah, but I do not know how old Carrie Fisher was when
She was pretty
born.
close to that age. She was very young. Like when she did that. I think this is one of the first movies she did.
No, she's dead. Checkmate, atheist.
Well, don't do a lot of cocaine.
Yeah.
1956. So
Why not?
that would be she would have been 21.
Yeah, so she was very young, yes. Oh man, that's so sad. She was such a cool person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she had a cool dog too.
I loved
Yeah.
her shit. Her run on 30 Rock, where she played like the jaded
Yes.
old writer.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. And I liked her on Family Guy as well. Doing a voice there. Very sad. God damn, dude. Too young. Well, I suppose we're going to have a lot more coronavirus deaths. Did anyone have, I don't know, who died?
That lady in
Math guy.
Texas was like,
That lady.
Some math guy died.
Jesus loves me, so I don't get the corona.
All right, we got the
Let's-
notable corona deaths.
r/corona
Wikipedia.
death.
Nobody real. John Prine. That's probably the biggest one.
Who is
to me.
that?
The musician John Prine.
The guy who wrote that one song.
He's a really good song.
Every rose has.
That was
its-
it.
Oh,
That was him.
British mathematician John Horton Conway. Who
I don't
did
care about math.
Well, he did he did that microbiology game of life thingy with the squares that will die or reproduce.
Mm. Adam Schlesinger also died from Fountains of Wayne.
oh yeah, that
Oh
one.
yeah, that's right.
Stacey's
That's
mom.
the one. That's the real one.
Yeah, that hurt.
That one, yeah, because I mean he was 50,
It's like
56.
it turns out
53.
Stacy's mom had fucking corona.
It's just sad because like this guy was really like a great he wrote so much music. Like apparently I mean like more than just Stacy's mom. Like he wrote for I've talked about this show on this show before, but Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Mhm.
The
Kiefer
No,
Sutherland's mom died.
Yeah, I did see that one too.
okay, like
Joe Exotic has corona, so he
yeah,
might.
but I don't think he's gonna die. But anyway, he wrote a lot of music for that show.
The
I think
guy
he-
from Aliens
he
died.
won an Emmy award for that.
Wait,
Yeah.
which guy from Aliens?
Jay Benedict.
Oh, he didn't win an Emmy for Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Sorry, he was nominated a bunch of times, but he won an Emmy for the.
A guy from Star Wars episode.
He won an
7
Emmy
died.
for writing a song for the Tony Awards that was on television. So he got an award for an award show song. But that's how it works. Anyway, but he was a really great like musician. Like, and it's really sad.
Who was Adam Schlesinger?
That's the Fountains of Wayne guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Probably the most well, not more famous than John Prine. I mean, John Prine's like a folk rock legend. So
Yeah.
but I mean, up there, we're talking, and much younger. I mean, John Prine was 73. It's really sad too, because like I had a friend that was talking about this. Like I had tickets. I had tickets to see him in May. Like, not anymore.
Well,
Fuck,
you could
man.
still see him in May. You just have to take different measures.
Are you talking about like kidnap him?
I,
Or like
you have to
do
go.
the
You have to
box?
cross the Rainbow Bridge to see Fountains
Okay.
of Wayne.
All right. Well, do we have anything else to talk about? I sorry I brought us down with the death of two very well loved, beloved musicians, but is there something that's not sad we can talk about? Let's look at the doc. Somebody's got to have something good, huh? Animal
What
Crossing?
else?
Tomorrow was Bunny Day.
I have this really
Tomorrow
good
was Bunny
game
Day.
about like drinking during Corona that we could play.
Okay, sure. Sure. Why not? Go ahead.
Honestly,
No.
I don't know if any of us remember the percentages of that well enough to like.
We could definitely replay it.
So
Yeah, especially if it re-randomized the states.
last week I talked a little bit about Happy Season 2. This
Okay.
would be a good day to watch it because Season 2 is about Easter.
Mm.
Oyster.
Yeah, Season 1 is Christmas. Season 2 is Easter. Highly recommend it if you like. If you like things like the bloody scenes in Dexter or like the craziness of Tarantino.
Yeah. It's
It's really well done.
to sum it up in like a one sentence thing, it's all of the blood and
gore,
violence
but fun.
of Quentin Tarantino, but with a fun cartoon flying donkey friend voiced by Patton Oswalt.
Yep. Highly suggested.
It's gore meets absurdism.
Yes.
Hey,
And it's
guys.
only 8 episodes Season 1, 10 episodes Season 2. You can watch it in a day.
Hop
It'll be all
over
day.
for curbside pickup at the Marcus Theaters in Madison.
Wait, what's
Are they
what's
selling popcorn?
They are selling movie theater popcorn in big to-go bags.
Ooh, like garbage bags.
Uh-huh. Just
Oh, man.
curbside pickup, order in advance. Drive up orders, cash payments not accepted. So
That'll be one business that I will be sad if it does not survive the corona epidemic.
yeah, movie
The-
theaters are gonna have it rough.
Yeah, movie theaters in general, but I feel like up until now, the Marcus chain has done a good job at adapting to like the new
Yeah.
reality.
They really have.
And if they get taken out by this fucking virus, like fuck, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I feel about Alamo Draft House. Because Alamo Draft House, its draw is like, it's a restaurant and it's got a bar in the front, so you can meet your friends in the bar in the front and hang out until the movie starts. Take your
Yeah.
beers with you to the theater and then keep drinking and then order more food and beers. while
Marcus
you're
is
watching the
kind of
movie.
like the Midwestern Alamo Draft House. They were the first, other than in Madison here, we had a Sundance Theater, which was the first theater that had a bar in it. But Marcus was the first like actual chain to be like, hey, let's do that too.
Yeah, and I'm worried
let's
about it
replace
because-
all of our shitty chairs with fucking like dope ass recliners and shit.
Yeah, I'm worried about it because like I don't like going to the movies very much because I don't like sitting next to strangers. I don't ever have anyone that wants to go to. Even if I do have people who like friends in town, they never want to go see the same movies as me, or whatever. So like I have to go to the movies, pay too much for popcorn and candy, and just have a soda, like a cup to put soda in that costs me $7. And I have to go and I sit in an uncomfortable chair for a few hours next to fucking smokers who like reek like an ass, like all this awful stuff. So like I had been totally checked out of the theater experience, but I hate waiting like 6 months to see a movie that's already been out. And then Alamo came around, they put one in Springfield, and I was like, all right, we'll give this a shot. And I have never been to another theater. Like they don't have IMAX at Alamo, and I'm like, IMAX is completely unimportant to me now because Alamo, I can go to Alamo. The tickets aren't ungodly expensive. I think it's like if you go on midday on the weekends, which is when I go, it's like $10 for a ticket. And then I could spend like a total of $35, see the movie, have beers, have a good like entree meal and everything, and just like treat myself for less than $40. And that's awesome. And if it doesn't survive the coronavirus, it's going to really piss me off because what it's going to become is movie companies like Disney and whatever are still going to have theatrical releases, but only places like New York and whatever are going to have them. So like large swaths of the country are just going to not be able to see a movie.
And it'll go back to theaters being owned by like the studio system. So you'll have, this is the theater I go to see Disney movies, and this is the theater I go to see Miramax movies and stuff like that.
So I've got a story. I've got a story to read. That we're going to bring back malicious compliance because I think it's about time. We need someone to get their comeuppance to finish this podcast.
Okay, yes.
This is my malicious compliance theme.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah, that's about right. So this will be a bit of a long one. They did rate this an L for large.
That's what she said.
Matt, do you have the
Not
bald
to me.
supercut on your soundboard?
Balls, 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 balls.
I love the balls.
Balls.
balls, 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 balls,
Ball, white balls.
balls, premier balls,
Balls. Beast balls.
balls,
Balls.
balls, balls,
Ball.
balls aplenty, balls, ball,
Ball. Balls. Balls. Balls.
the ball tangent,
Do a preferential ball treatment. Balls. Ball. Balls. Ball. Which ball? Balls. Balls.
balls,
Balls.
ball shift balls.
I
Thank you.
forgot Adam was on that episode.
He was.
Preferential ball treatment.
Balls
Preferential ball
aplenty.
treatment.
Honestly, it's all good. And then as soon as like I hear Premier Balls, then I start getting a giggle fit.
Is nobody else growing out a Corona beard?
I was.
I've always
grow a
had one.
beard.
but
Oh,
I'm no
funny-
longer trimming the neck.
So
part.
funny
I'm
story.
like,
I was in what I don't want to say a Corona beard, but a depression beard for several weeks, and then I shaved everything but my mustache, and because I thought it would be funny, and then I ordered a Domino's pizza the other day, and after I had signed for the pizza and stuff, like it was a couple hours later that I realized, fuck, I still have a fucking mustache. That dude saw me looking like this. What the fuck?
nice.
All right,
awesome.
so I'm not going to say the title because it will give away
Good.
the best ending of this. So, all right. So he does introduce this by saying, please remember that I am a native English speaker typing on a desktop keyboard, so any spelling grammar mistakes are my own stupid fault. So quick background. I work for a big national company, which I will not name because I like being employed. And we have a big software system that is that the entire company relies on to wrap stuff up and get it ready for the client. It's that last choke point bottleneck where if it dies, literally all the work the rest of the company does is for naught. I run this system
Fucking
at the grunt
British
work
people.
level. I run the system at the grunt work day-to-day operational level. This system also typically has upgrades and fixes installed about every 2 weeks. And they always wait until late night on Friday to bring it down and do the install so that it doesn't impact daily business. Now, when these installs occurred, they always get a bunch of people on call to go through everything and make sure it all works before calling it good for Monday. Being the guy who runs the system all the time, I was always required to be on these calls. I hated them. The call started at 10 p.m. Friday nights, so I couldn't go out and enjoy my weekend. It would last about 2 hours while the developers installed stuff, and at the very end, I pushed one button to kick things off so the suits could see that it was working and everybody was happy. This was literally monkey work, and everyone on those calls could have done it. I volunteered to teach them how. But no, they wanted me on the call. I was salary at the time, so not exactly like I could say no, and I wasn't getting paid any extra for it. Can you see where this is going yet? Okay, so a few years ago, guidelines changed at the government level, saying anyone who made XDX $1,000 per year or less couldn't be defined as salary. It was going to pass, it didn't pass, but a lot of companies made these adjustments. They had to be hourly to stop companies from abusing glorified part-time workers. I made more than that, but the company went overboard because I was somewhere in the general ballpark and they didn't want to risk it. So bam, I'm now hourly. Roughly 2 weeks later, it's deployment call time. I ask if I'm really required to be there or not. Boss man says yes. I don't complain because at least now I get paid for it. Oh, but wait. This isn't any normal deployment. No, this is a big one. They tell me I need to be on the calls that will start up at 5 p.m., right as I'd normally be clocking out for the day. Thinking it would be a quick check-in and then back out until 10, I dutifully call in. Nope. This call lasts from 5 until 10, when we got to take all of a 5 minutes break and get into the other call. Now I'm home shored. So I'm sitting on this call in my underwear, and nothing going on requires any input from me at all. Again, I'm not complaining, because I'm getting paid for this. And I've got Netflix on in the background. Not only am I getting paid, since I did my full 40 hours that week already, this was overtime. My guess is he was probably drinking during this.
Yeah.
I wonder what state.
What state? What state was that?
Yeah,
Was it Hawaii?
So 10 o'clock deployment stuff starts going on, and by midnight we get to my part. I push the button. I tell them it's going to take about 20 to 30 minutes to process before we know if it worked. Half hour of twiddling my thumbs later, it fails. Some cursing from dev as they try to go fix whatever borked, and I got to spend another 30 minutes resetting all the data so we can try again. Once everything is ready, I push the button. 30 minutes later, it fails again. Fast forward several hours. It is now 5 a.m. Saturday morning. It still hasn't run properly. Everybody's cranky, except me, because baby, I got dollar signs in my eyes. 12 hours of overtime for watching Netflix and doing monkey work is gonna be sweet. Except it was even better than I thought. That Saturday was technically some minor holiday. My company pays time and a half if you work on a holiday. So I had 7 hours of overtime and 5 hours of OT with an additional time and a half.
Nice.
I ended up making over half a week's pay overnight from that call.
Nice.
My boss flipped when he saw the check I was supposed to get. I reminded him that I had asked in an email with half the team copied if he really needed me on that call, and that he said I absolutely had to be. Unlike some of the bosses I read about on here, he swallowed his defeat gracefully. I got a huge paycheck that period, and oddly enough, I have not been required to attend a single one of those calls since then.
That's
Learn their
so,
Why?
so poetic justice. It's like, I fucking hate these calls, and then one final call where I get paid like in half a week's worth of money to do the damn thing, and they finally decide that I don't need it. So it's like a double win.
Yeah, that's fucking great. Okay.
Did you guys know that the This Is Sparta original techno remix is like 16 years old now?
Yeah, but it's still great.
Can we talk about our coronavirus purchases? Can I have a confession to make?
Yeah, I've bought more stuff than what I've just
I
mentioned.
have I dipped into this Discord conversation at the end of it. But yes, John.
So, we're getting our government checks and whatnot, and I'm kind of stir crazy in the house all the time. I can't get out. And I was like, you know what? I want to buy like a racing simulation wheel so I can play like racing games on my computer,
Nice.
And then I was looking in, and the Thrustmaster
Thrustmaster
300 RS is 350. The T150 is 200 to 250. I'm like, that's a lot, but I love racing games, and you can't really beat that force feedback simulation racing wheel experience. And because playing the controller is just not the same.
Especially if you can go 270 degrees each way.
Well, yes. So the real ones go 1080, so they can do multiple full rotations.
So you
can they don't have it. They don't have it. So you have like an encoder that can do the full like just infinite rotations thing.
There are some that do, yes.
Okay.
But the entry level wheels just they have like a belt in there, so they can just turn so far. But I didn't get a racing wheel because they were expensive. But what I did get is a flight stick joystick setup. I got the Logitech X52 HOTAS with a thrust pedal, and I have also purchased Microsoft Flight Simulator 10, as well as I already have a bunch of flight sims, and I bought the DLC for Elite Dangerous that was only $7 this weekend. So now I have all of that. I also have a bunch of other flight sims and combat flight sims that I've flagged on my account as wanting to try, because I used to play a lot of flight sims back in the day.
I'm just grateful that you fell on the grenade of becoming all of our uncles, because somebody had to do it, and now it's you.
I'm looking forward to going on Microsoft Flight Sim online and flying my plane and listening to the actual real people that role play as air traffic controllers on those servers.
That is cool.
You could do
John,
that if you want to.
When you were a kid, who was it that you said that you'd play flight sims with?
I don't
Is this
remember
a conversation that I imagined having?
Well, I said when I was a child, I wanted to become a fighter pilot.
No. I thought so. Me and you were talking about this when you were making this purchase.
Sure, yeah, because I was kind of in a fugue state, looking at Amazon listings.
Yeah. So, and honestly,
your Monday,
please, a dogfight state.
Yeah. He didn't quite describe it this way, but what happened was we were both off. We both took off Friday,
yeah,
for work. And
from working from home, took off.
And I talked him off the cliff. Yeah, and I talked him off the cliff of a $700 or whatever.
It was going to be $400 ish, yes.
And I was like, "Well, do you like flight sims? Because there's a lot more flight sim games than there are racing."
You tried to get me
games.
some Mickey Mouse fucking Mario Kart wheel.
No, it literally started off. It's literally started off
that.
being a joke of like, hey, I like, instead of these fucking like car sim games that are garbage, how about you get Mario Kart 8 for your Switch and buy the Switch wheel?
Yeah.
That's the point where I jumped in because I was like, hey, I'm getting all of these notifications from Spanky posting no contacts fucking Mario Kart wheel links into the chat.
The Discord, which can be found at YOLO420.com.
Yeah.
/80s.
No. So, but I thought when we were having that conversation that you were like, yeah, when I was a kid, I played flight sims all the time with my uncle or some shit like that. No,
Uncle McFeely. McTutcherson.
This is the problem with
John.
me.
This is
first of all, time is a lie now, and
place.
also I'm drunk all the time.
Yeah, Missouri, I tell you.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't remember who
if you
won.
want a steering wheel, John, do you have Mario Kart 8 yet?
I don't.
Okay.
I have it on Wii U.
I
But
have
you have
Mario
a
Kart
Switch.
8.
You can get the thing that you put the joysticks into, and that's like it's a fun imaginary steering.
No, I'm not talking the little steering wheels. You can make the Labo steering wheel.
Oh yeah,
and that works with Mario Kart 8.
Nice, I could do that.
Or
No,
you can do the Labo bike wheel too.
I
The
still
handlebar.
want to buy a fucking racing wheel, guys.
Yeah.
The best
Dude,
part was like
for
my
like
wife wasn't in on
hardcore
this.
like racing fans, there's no there's no substitute to having like the actual equipment to like interact with the game, and then having like a 3-monitor display that curves around.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I was looking at those things.
I think you can go up to 5 some games.
But like all the really good ones are like $350 to $400.
You know,
and then,
I'm pretty
and then
sure
there's
that
the
for-
really good ones that are $1,000.
I'm pretty sure that for probably the price of all of that equipment, the monitors, the whatever, you could buy a car. You could buy a pretty shitty little car.
Dude, so the HOTAS, the thing I got, they have the Warthog edition one, and that is $550. So I could have spent that much, but you know what?
Yeah.
Although that one has fucking awesome metal toggle switches.
Ooh.
Also, my buddy Joel at Joel Creates on YouTube made a racing sim out of a Goodwill wheel that he got and a bunch of broken
nice.
TVs he got on Craigslist that he fixed himself. So you could do that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Other coronavirus or corona pandemic purchases. What do you guys got?
That was my big purchase.
Mine
I
is
got
gonna
PlayStation.
be a graphics card whenever this fucking government check comes through.
Yeah.
Well, that government check's going to go to my wife's account. I won't see it, so I'm not
My
worried about it.
wife,
My
wife.
wife.
My wife.
he just
But
won.
family of 5, so I guess she'll be okay.
You get a pretty big check there.
Yeah.
I'm also
right?
supposed to be getting
But you
another
guys make more than
$600 a week
$100,000,
on
right?
unemployment, so it's fine.
What?
Right, TJ? You guys make more than 100,000 as a couple, right?
No.
I'm
We
kidding.
don't even make 50,000 as a couple. Even when I was working 2 jobs and she was working 2 jobs.
I've
This is
never
all-
even seen $1,000
But
in person.
I did. So on the Switch, a couple weeks back, I bought Final Fantasy X-10-2. I bought digital Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Even though I own the physical copy, my kids have it. So this lets me play with them or with other people or whatnot. We did that the other day. I told you about my Kingdom Hearts purchases on the Xbox, but then I bought Final Fantasy XIV, the online one, on the PlayStation, so I could play with the character I already built on the PC during that free play month last summer. Last summer? Yeah, I think so. And then I picked up. I finally picked up one of the VR games I wanted to try out. Groundhog Day, like Father, like Son, but I have not hooked up my VR to play it yet, and I really want to. And saying that, I still want to get Audica. I want to do the rhythm gun game.
Yeah, that's the shooty Beat Saber, right?
So Matt, this flight simulation thing is just step one into John getting a VR headset rig now.
And,
Yeah.
and the other side of the VR stuff is there's now a Green Day album on Beat Saber. Because I have the one.
Is it a new
Beat Saber
one or a good
PlayStation.
one?
This is the one that I'm going to post the
I don't think
one
it's
that
a good
I bought
one,
in the
but
Discord.
it's definitely a Green Day album.
It'll
I
be
mean,
in the
Dookie is
Bikecast
the best
discussion.
Green Day. Well, Nimrod's a good one too, but
Yes.
American
Bikecast
Idiot, if you're a libtard
discussions.
like me. At least there's 3 good songs on American Idiot.
that's the album that I actually saw them live for.
I'm sorry.
Did you?
Yeah, I was at that concert.
Yeah,
But
remember they went to that concert in Madison?
Yeah. Yes.
That was
yes,
like
yes,
the
yes.
ultimate concert.
It was
That was
around my
possibly
birthday.
the
It was
first
second or the
concert
fourth
that
or
I've
something.
ever been to.
All right,
Yeah, it's doing rock
we need
concert.
to end.
And now I can't afford to go to concerts because I'm a poor.
Well, there aren't any concerts, so
There's not just another one of the many instances where the world has caught up with me.
We can be a band. I've got Rock Band.
thank you.
The website is bornintheeighties.net. You can join us on our Discord.
What?
John, you forgot to switch Spanky's mic to cackle level.
Oh, sorry. He peaked. All right. Well, what if a world existed where I went to twitter.com and searched John_Danger on Twitter?
What if a world where I was Jimmy Fallon and I was walking literally in my own private forest singing about how, what if there was no positions? And also you can find me at twitch.tv/MyHackMusic.
I'm twitch.tv/MayofMay. I'm at MayofMay84 on Twitter because I also joined a new one called Peach, which is like Twitter, but no one's on there. So go to Peach, you can find me. It's at MayofMay. That's not a joke. It's
one of them Georgia subreddits.
Oh, probably. Yeah, it's Peach Schnapps at MayofMay. But more importantly, I want to talk to you. Come to our Discord, YOLO420.com.
I gotta stream some flight sim stuff.
Hey, TJ. Hey, TJ.
Yeah.
When I'm streaming and I don't want to talk, we should do some duo streams.
Huh.
Yeah.
Play some 2-player games and shit together.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a good computer.
Wink.
TJ, I'll stream a Pokemon and we'll do a Nuzlocke.
Okay, that's
Cool.
cool.
And you can talk on it.
I like talking.
We'll stream a 2-player Portal 2 co-op with TJ.
Yeah.
Oh, my computer has that. I've never done the co-op Portal.
It's fucking weird, but
I
fun.
watched a little bit of it, but not a lot.
Hey Spanky, what social network are you on that we're all following?
You can find me at hemsworthfeet.world.
The one good thing to come out of the coronavirus is how quickly and unanimously people slam that fucking Imagine video.
Yes.
We all banded together as one to hate on that bullshit. All right, we're done.
Imagine this was a piece of shit.
Imagine this was a
This
podcast.
was a pizza. Are we done?
Good night, everybody.
Before you say
everyone.
bye, I just want to throw this
Made
out there.
AoE farming fail compilation, it says.
Everyone's been talking about the on another Discord I'm on. We're talking about face for radio, how that's used as an insult. What of podcast is going to be the next insult? Go ahead and tweet that at me. I think
Later.
you have a good personality for podcasts.
Personality of podcasts.
Yeah.
Later, skaters.
TIL.
Put the audio on the stream.
I was today years old.
Today's not a year, you fucking idiot.
I was 8 million
I'm
years old.
sorry, Matt.
No ooh
I'm
speak
very
of the
sorry.
podcast.
Go put your diaper on. Go put
Don't
your
say-
diaper
I'm sorry. Woo.
Don't ooh, daddy, man. I'm so sorry.
I'm so glad to hear other people say that, because, like, I've always said ooh in my head, but I feel like
Well,
it's
there's also
wrong.
OWO.
Ooh.
What's
Well,
this? I say,
I say, notice me, senpai.
Ooh.
Ooh, for the
that was a
longest
secret
time.
recipe.
I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, so ooh.
Ooh.
There is an Egyptian god, the god of knowledge, if I remember correctly. His
Oh,
name
it's
is Thoth.
Raw.
yeah.
No, I'm not talking the sun god Ra.
Anus.
Egyptian god.
Anubis.
God,
Osiris.
Osiris?
Thoth.
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 Oh, thought.
We're not
That
talking
hoe
Thoth.
over there, ho.
Because translated in Greek, it's theta, omega, theta, which if you write it out, looks
THOT.
like OWO. So if you see that god and you don't know, if you see that god and you want to ask about something you have, you say, "Oh well, what's this?"
Ooh. Ooh.
Those jerks at Discord changed the way that the shots break
Yeah.
up.
They're
It's almost
not in like a
Discord's
square
bad
anymore.
service.
Yeah. Well, this is actually easier,
They
but
made it better, but it's different.
it's different. I mean, just fucking fix it, I guess.
You know, I hate everything that's different.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, there's a focus view. That's kind of neat. I've never seen that before in Discord.
We can focus on one person.
Focus on speaker, I believe.
Oh, nice. So it can like switch between us.
Well, that's like what we used to do with Google Hangouts.
Yeah, Google Hangouts.
Yeah,
is
should I
automatically-
change it to that?
Yeah. Well, let's see what it looks like, because then
Try
it'll
it
just
out.
make us each full screen as we're.
What's weird is I hit focus and it's only showing John.
You mean unfocused?
No,
That's the name
yeah,
of the guild.
yeah. That's right. It's got. I don't know if it's got like speaker focus. It might just be click.
We're in a new guild.
Oh yeah, it's got click focus.
Spanky and I joined a new guild.
In retail.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
We're
I'll
in the
just do
Southeast
the grid.
Doggos.
That's easy enough. Do the full screen share.
Their code of conduct specifically says that they are not allowing any offensive jokes, especially those about suicide, sexual assault, orientation, gross out humor, mental disorders, or racism is not tolerated.
Sounds like a bunch of
First line.
lamos, right?
Yeah, it's no ad hom.
Speaking of that,
Oh
once we
my
start
god,
the-
I forgot that guild's called Ad Hominem. Fuck,
Yeah.
why did I ever join that piece of shit?
Well, you G quit in the middle of the first raid.
No, the second raid, technically. I finished Molten Core, I G quit in Onyxia.
Once we start the podcast, like actually start it. I want to make a confession on stream.
Did you kill a
I have
man?
problems. I
Just
wish.
to watch him die.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're ready whenever John wants to get levels.
Mama, ooh woo.
Woo 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 woo.
I didn't mean to go ooh woo.
So
If I'm not back again this time tomorrow,
Ooh woo woo.
carry on, as if nothing
Never
Doesn't
really
really matter.
matters.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
Are we live?
Spare him
Yeah,
his
we're
wife
live.
from this
This
monstrosity.
ooh woo shit's been live, buddy.
Nice.
Ooh. Still playing World of Warcraft retail. I'm level
I see that.
112.
I see my face on TV.
I made a
I
death
fucking
knight,
have a drinking
a
problem.
demon hunter.
And by that I
demon
mean I
knight.
spill all over myself anytime I drink.
Does baby need a bib?
No, but I need a fucking bottle.
Did this completely break the call? What I just did?
No,
I don't know
nothing
shit.
happened. Did you try to screen share? Because it's not working.
Yeah, I tried to screen share and it like froze.
It's not screen sharing.
Oh, so there's. Oh, so it balanced me by putting black bars around. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I can do application window.
And there's like green boxes.
I
when
would
we
still
talk.
rather have it like crop and zoom you in instead of doing the
Wow,
black
it's
bars.
busted.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, I should probably close this.
Can I even
Oh,
screen
see
share
my
like my
murder
fucking
closet.
like, desktop? Or did they fuck that up?
Dude, Discord is.
Oh no, they didn't fuck that up.
There it is. And then I focus on John.
There's a lot of lag.
You know what's great about this is that I
Can't turn
had
it
no
off.
idea any of these changes were coming.
All right, I'm going to grab.
Sorry.
Actually, I'm ready to go. Let me just grab a piss.
You're gonna grab a piss?
That's what I do.
Like to drink?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't drink your own pee?
I mean,
Snack.
it's once in the morning. It's got to be the first pee of the morning because that's where all
Yeah,
of
it's
the
the first
natural
of the
cures are.
Yeah. Well, and you gotta let it go for just a second before you get the cup in because it's a little bit too strong right away.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be back.
Let me get dogs up.
So how's everyone else feel about drinking their own pee?
Pissing
Daryl and I
the
like the
night away.
You know, I feel like I've seen through the Matrix a little bit because I was watching a Twitch stream of Marbles on stream, and I realized that this is like the perfectly optimized way to reach all of the simultaneous chatting requirements on Twitch. Like, you do this so that everybody has to do exclamation point played in the chat, and then you get that achievement, and then you get partner, and everybody wins, even the Marbles.
Yeah, but you still have to average 75 viewers.
Yeah, that's the crazy one. Like, when we were raiding, I got a bunch of guild people in, and that was like 12 people simultaneously, and that's way more than I usually have, but it's still fucking nowhere near 75.
So, I've got quite a bit more hair, and though I like it and enjoy it, and I hate it back here, for my training, because I know my hair is going to continue growing, because I start job training on Monday in a little town of Ishpeming.
Job training.
Job training.
First
up here
thing
in
they
the
do
OB.
during training is they cough in your mouth, and then they have you wait 14 days. And if you're good...
But I've got the perfect amount of hair. If I were to... I do have some shaping cream in the car. If I were to pull it back, that I get nice back spikes, I'd be a perfect Phoenix Wright.
or a
Sorry,
Sonic the
rephrase
Hedgehog.
that. A balding Phoenix Wright.
I'm gonna open the window.
Although not really balding.
Oh, my knee.
That hairline has been that way
Ow.
since I've been about 19 or 20 years old.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I
It's not
noticed the
cut
corners
further.
go back farther on me, like, over time, but not much.
Work computer.
I'm just more blonde here, so there's actually hair here. It's just hard to see on camera.
Yeah.
Whew.
You should shave your head into a mohawk and spike it up with Elmer's glue.
See, I wouldn't shave it. I would do the faux hawk.
That too, yeah.
I want to keep the hair.
All right, let me get.
I've been
The,
totally prepared for this pandemic because I started cutting my own hair like a couple months before the pandemic hit.
Yeah, literally me too.
And now
Because I
apparently there's been like a run on home hair cutting supplies, so you like fucking can't find them anywhere.
Oh wow, that's funny because I started cutting my own hair because Supercuts kept fucking up my haircut. As you can tell, is not a crazy stylist haircut. It's just short and a little.
You barely
shorter
have a
on the
fade.
side.
Yeah.
Huh?
You're barely fading up into it. You don't
No, it's literally like this.
layer anything.
This is a 2, this is a 3, and then just like trim the bangs to this short. That's all it is. Like,
Ooh, that reminds
just
me.
put one attachment on for this, put a different one on for this, use scissors on this. That's it. And they
I know
fucked
we're
it up
recording,
so many times that I was like, no, I can't justify $20 on this anymore.
I'm going to cover my ID number, but I will show you how short my hair used to be. I look like a skinhead.
Wow.
That's Army
really
recruit
let me-
TJ.
I'm obviously racist, right?
Yep.
Like that's a racist man.
It's only because
I agree.
you're from Illinois.
But yeah, that too.
Yeah.
That too. But yeah, I used to keep it that short. But the problem was when my hair would be longer than a ½ inch thick, it would look like a big puffball. Puffball straight hair because I don't go curly, I don't go wavy. This is beautiful hair.
I would get like 2 haircuts a year, and I don't know, eventually I was just like, I don't really want to do that anymore, so I just like fucking did it myself. But luckily my hair is so like crazy and wavy that I can fuck it up and it's not really noticeable because it just looks like texture.
Man, are you just Scott Pilgrim? Is that what this is?
Yeah. Dude, my girlfriend Knives Chow, I'm totally gonna end up with her at the end.
He hasn't had a salon haircut in 485 days.
Ha.
Who hasn't
Which
had a
was-
salon haircut?
Scott Pilgrim. Which was the day he got a salon haircut, and that's when Natalie V. Adams broke up with him. Back then she was just Nat, now she's Envy.
You know, this
All right,
might
let me
be an
get-
unpopular opinion, but like I think that movie was pretty good.
You do?
CinemaSins just released a Everything Wrong With on that, and probably had the record number of sin reversals that I've ever seen in an Everything Wrong With.
What is a sin reversal?
Reversed.
What is a cinema sin reversal?
They count the sins as you go through, but they'll basically take one off if there's something really good, and there are like 6 of them.
My
Couldn't do
favorite
that
part
Winnie
of that
the Pooh
movie
face.
was how he was like, "Hey, I'm extremely schizophrenic and I hallucinate video games everywhere, and I'm probably dangerous, really, but people love me because I'm Michael Cera."
You guys think I can do that?
Do what?
I'm trying to do this face. Did I get it right? Let me turn on screen share, you ass. How about that? Okay, see that?
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm
The
gonna
Xi
try, I'm gonna try,
Jinping.
I'm gonna try.
Xi Jinping.
At a formal event. Oh my God! Discord's freaking out.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
How's that face?
That's pretty good.
I'm trying to perfect
close.
my Winnie the Pooh face. My Xi Jinping face.
You just need to get a tux now.
I'll get a tux just for that. All right, I gotta listen to us.
Get
on
some
Twitch.
chucks and a
I gotta watch
tux.
an ad first, of course. Now that I'm on your website.
Oh, I can make that not happen. Would you like me
It's
to make
okay.
that not happen?
No, you're getting money from this ad, correct?
I
Go
don't
click
really
all the ads
know.
real quick. Click them all.
I might click on the ads. Click on all the ads. You won't get suspended.
So what I noticed
Ads.
during the last raid was if you run an ad break, it gives you like 20 minutes of not having pre-roll. So I was just kind of doing
nice.
that in downtime.
Got it. Here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn down Discord so I can hear the actual podcast.
You're gonna turn down for what?
Turn
More
down
like
for what?
Piscord. You remember when that guy in chat made everyone dab? That was a good time.
I can dab, right?
All right, I can hear you guys now, so this is gonna be John talking.
That's how you
Hey,
do
this
it.
is
Alright,
Matt
cool.
talking.
Maybe
This is
the
Matt
headphones
talking.
should
Where
actually
the sound
again.
stuff.
So it's like in front of me and not like way off
Oh,
to the side.
shit.
Okay, there's
This
my
is a
microphone.
guy.
This is John talking at a normal volume, and then Matt.
Hey, this is Matt. This is Matt talking. John can't hear me right now, but he'll hear me later.
Hey, look, everybody! I have an Xbox Series X controller.
Hi. How are you?
Good job.
Okay, I'm gonna talk again, and then I want
For
Matt to talk
Spanky, we have to
again,
get 2
and
levels. We have to
Spanky-
get talking level and cackle level.
That's true. There's the cackle level. Okay, that's the delay, you guys. All right, we sound pretty good. I might be a little bit too loud, so I'm gonna scooch the mic back maybe a little bit more. Okie doke. Let me mute the Twitch and bring the Discord back
There
up.
we go.
All right, boys. How you doing?
I don't know.
I'm listening to the Mouth Moods Let the
song?
Bodies Hit the Floor mash up with popcorn.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Let the bodies
hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Is that? Did I pretty much nail it?
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. I'll put it in the Discord.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've not heard that one.
Thank you. And you can get to that Discord by going to hemsworthfeet.world.
No, that's the stream.
That goes
Yeah,
here.
that goes. I got a fucking Google alert for that because I have Matt Hack Music as a Google alert. It's like this new search result for HemsworthFeet.world showed up.
Yeah, I just typed in hemsworthfeet.world and certainly took me directly to the Twitch stream. So.
What's cool is that I also set it up so you can do hemsworthfeet.world/chat and it'll take you to the pop-out chat.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's fucking
I like the
brilliant.
pop-out chat.
Now I got to
It's like
figure out
pop-up
where to
video.
post that link. There's got to be some
I
subreddit.
know. I feel like I want to like toss that off on some Reddit.
Yeah, just r/Hemsworth feet. And if that's not a subreddit, Spanky can make it.
I've made a subreddit. We just don't use it.
I made
I don't
one
have
too.
a Reddit.com account.
Good.
I made a couple
Don't.
subreddits, and they're all completely abandoned.
It didn't turn
Yeah.
into a link when I typed it on another Discord.
Well, the one I made is.
Did you
this,
type it on our
born in
guild
the
Discord?
80s.
I didn't. Are you guys ready to start?
Fucking do this.
Oh, threw up a little bit.
Same.
What? Is it www.hemsworthfeet.world?
I don't think I did that subdomain.
That doesn't work, yeah.
It's because Twitch uses HTTPS or whatever, so I have to have a certificate for both subdomains, and I was drunk when I made this, so I only did the single subdomain.
Okay, so if I do https hemsworthfeet.world, okay.
Yeah, I don't know about the www. I'm not sure that I did that.
You didn't. I'm gonna tweet that one.
Can you tweet it at Chris Hemsworth and Liam Hemsworth and whoever the one in Westworld is?
I don't think Chris Hemsworth has a Twitter. I think I remember that being like a thing.
It wouldn't surprise me. It seems like if
Tweeted
you
at
want
the
to be
official MCU.
Look.
if you want to be like a famous Hollywood person and not completely go insane, you're supposed to not have social media.
I agree.
Like all the Star Wars people deleted their social media because it just got
Yeah, I
fucking crazy.
All right, boys, let's do this. You ready to start?
Yeah.
All right, get rid of the Chiron. Let's begin.
Oh, I thought I did like a while ago, but I was in studio mode and I didn't hit the fade button. Much like Spanky's
You gotta
haircut.
give yourself a high tone fade. Oh, thank you. Getting back to the haircut. Are we ready? All right. Oh, I gotta watch an ad again because I closed your site and now I get to watch an ad.